Now back to Braylon Birmingham. 3-point for Braylon Birmingham is good.
We'll get you ready for all of tonight's action with our keys to the game, starting lineups, colors of the game, and more.
Top McGraw gets around his defender, goes right to the rim and slams it home.
Yeah.
Easton McGraw.
Prevo now to Addie Duncan. She'll catch, shoot, three, splash down, Addie Duncan. Landon now stops, pops a three, splash down, Landon Norris. He's got 7. Carlisle led 30-20. It's now 30-29. Long for 3 in the lead.
Juice.
Boom!
The juice.
Cameron Long makes it a 12-0 Dutch run. 32-30 Pella.
Now let's head to the gym for all the exciting action of South Central Iowa high school basketball. I'm the one to count on for today's local sports coverage, KNIA and KRLS.
High school basketball is on the air as we welcome you live to postseason girls basketball action here on 92.1 KRLS and Pella Dutch Live. And we welcome you to the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show. Scooters Coffee and Pella, amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Tonight in the second round of the girls basketball regional playoffs, the Pella High Dutch host the Oskaloosa Indians in a Little Hawkeye Conference matchup. The Dutch at 15-7 this season. They are 8-4 in the Little Hawkeye Conference. The Indians 11-11 this year, 3-9 in the Little Hawkeye Conference. My name is Trevor Castle, and we've got a lot to get you set for here over the next half hour as Pella and Oskaloosa squaring off for the third time this season. We'll continue our Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show right after this on 92.1 KRLS. KRLS.
With the President's Day event at Bruxford's Home Center, you can save up to $800 on select adjustable mattress sets from Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic, and Sealy. With this special event, you'll save up to $800 on Stearns & Foster, up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic, and up to $400 on Sealy. This offer is only available until February 25th or while supplies last. So stop in soon to pick up your new adjustable mattress set at Bruxford's Home Center, 405 Truman Road in Pella.
Looking for a bank account that works as hard as you do? With Sensible Checking from Bank Iowa, whatever you are spending your money on, we'll pay you for. At 10 cents cash back for each qualifying debit card purchase, you will earn cash back of $1 for every 10 qualifying debit card transactions. You'll also enjoy free online banking, bill pay, and a free debit card. And with no monthly service charge, you can swipe your heart out. Spend money, make money. Learn more at bankiowa.bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you're looking for big savings every day, it's as easy as ever at Hy-Vee. Hi, this is Dalton Buck, and we've lowered the prices on thousands of items throughout the store, from fresh produce to high-quality meats and your pantry essentials. Our new everyday low prices will help you stretch your budget even further. No gimmicks, no hassle, just new everyday low prices on thousands of items throughout the store. Stop and see us at Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile and now even lower prices in every aisle.
A new year is here, and at Marion County Bank, we're kicking it off by challenging you to shop local. Every dollar spent at a local business helps to build the communities we all love. Together, we can make a difference.
Hi, I'm Brian Hoosier from Marion County Bank. I shop local because another word for local is home, and I want to support the place that I call home.
Join Marion County Bank in supporting local businesses. Learn more at marioncountybank.com. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hey Dutch fans, just dropping in quick to let you know that the KNIA KRLS Home Shopping Extravaganza is coming up February 25th through the 27th. If you've never participated before, this is a great time to start. We have over $200,000 worth of merchandise from great local businesses in Pella, Marion County, and the surrounding areas. You'll be able to buy it at 30, 40, even 50% off. Check out KNIAKRLS.com for all the details, then join us February 25th through the 27th for the Home Shopping Extravaganza, where you buy stuff at a discount.
At Pella Real Estate Services, we're a full-service brokerage with 11 licensed agents. Hi, I'm Sierra Ward, and if you're looking to buy a new house, talk to us about scheduling a buyer consultation. We'll get to know your needs, priorities, and timeline, and we'll walk you through the buyer-realtor agreement required before you view homes. We'll also connect you with local inspectors, lenders, and contractors, and you'll have transparency along the way with no hidden buyer fees. Start your journey today by visiting PellaRealEstateServices.com.
When words aren't enough, say it with something timeless from Gardner Collier Jewelry in Oskaloosa. Whether you're popping the question, celebrating an anniversary, or just showing how much you care, we have the perfect piece to make every moment sparkle. From stunning engagement rings to custom designs and expert repairs, Gardner Collier Jewelry has been your trusted hometown jeweler for over 100 years. Visit us in Oskaloosa or Ottumwa today, because every love story deserves something beautiful.
If you're looking to refinance your car, you won't want to miss this special. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, we're offering a low rate, no payment for 90 days, a cashback incentive, and as always, a hassle-free application process. Our refi process is straightforward, with no surprises. To learn more and apply, visit a C First branch or go online to c1stcu.com/auto refinance today. Some restrictions apply. Loan subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
Welcome back inside of the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show on 92.1 KRLS. We're also live on Pella Dutch Live on YouTube. Tonight is being presented by the Pella Booster Club and KNIA KRLS Radio. My name is Trevor Castle, and pleased to be joined tonight by Joanna Settles as the Dutch and the Indians here in the Class 4A Regional Basketball Postseason Tournament. And Joanna, first of all, pleasure to meet you and a great opportunity for you and I to work together. Very excited about that tonight and excited for postseason basketball to be underway here this evening.
It just keeps getting more and more exciting. This matchup tonight is really special. It really could go either way with such tight competitions in the last two meetings.
Yeah, and, you know, this Pella and Oskaloosa rivalry, you know, it's across all sports, right? I mean, they're just separated by 15 miles and have been in the Little Hawkeye Conference together for, you know, since the inception of the Little Hawkeye Conference and the South Central Conference before that. I mean, Pella and Oski just, you know, can't ever seem to get away from each other. And as you mentioned, in girls basketball, a couple of pretty even matchups. In fact, the first one in Oski went to overtime, 51-44. The Dutch blew a late lead in that one and then won it in overtime by 7. They played also a few weeks ago here in Pella. The Dutch used a big third quarter spurt to open up a significant lead. Oski kind of chipped away late, but Pella won that one 45-35. So, you know, they've played twice. Pella's won both. This is the only one that matters, though, right now.
Yes, it does. And, you know, the home court advantage matters. So here we are in Pella. A little nod to Pella when it's going to be a tight game and a really good matchup between these ladies tonight.
Yeah, and Blaine Forsythe talked about that late in the regular season. That was why it was so important to win some of those late season games was, you know, A, to get the first round bye that got them to tonight's game, where Oski had to win a game against Knoxville earlier in the week just to get here, and then you get the home court advantage, as you mentioned. And so Pella will try to take advantage of both of those things. They've gotten a little bit of extra rest, and to me, we're going to go into our McCall Monumental radio keys to the game. That rest has helped Pella get healthy. When I saw Blaine Forsythe before the game, he said, we're probably as healthy as we've been all season long. They've got their full complement of players. You know, the one that everybody's probably wondering about is Katie Shekel, and she's in action tonight. She's in uniform. She will be in the starting lineup. And I asked Coach Forsythe how she's doing. You know, what do you mean by we're fully healthy? And he said, hey, she's good to go. Maybe conditioning because she hasn't played as much, but that's not as big a deal for this team because of how often they rotate and sub in and out players. But Katie's a huge part of what we're trying to do here.
She is such a super stud for sports athlete, but having her even come out and just giving Pella quality minutes is so key. To just give her ankle time to really, those are tough cuts that you're making. Yes. They're 90-degree cuts. You know, you're not running straight on a track. You are really cutting, playing great defense. And so for her to get warmed up, and even if she plays less, she'll give the team quality minutes as a healthy competitor.
Well, one of the benefits of the injuries and illness that Pella had late in the regular season is that some of those other players, younger players, Emma Walkup specifically, had to step into roles that they weren't in earlier in the season. And so you get some of that playing time and key minutes in crunch situations. Maybe takes a little bit of the nervousness off when you get to a postseason and these big game situations. So maybe a blessing in disguise, some of those late injuries.
Well, Coach Forsythe, he likes to play a lot of players. So there's so many girls with a lot of experience. So that's only going to be advantageous here tonight.
On the other side, if you're playing Oskaloosa, you've got to deal with Deja Foster, who is a force in the paint for the Indians. She gets a lot of easy buckets inside. She is a great offensive rebounder. You know, Pella, not a big team. Maggie Thompson, you know, our true post that will try to cause some problems for Foster, but have to find a way to keep her off the offensive glass and have to keep her from getting a lot of easy buckets. If Pella Pella can do that tonight, I think they've got a good chance to win.
It is, because that's the question. Can they slow down Deja Foster? That is the question. You'll see double teams. Who knows? Maybe we'll see a triple team.
I bet, yes.
They'll come down and do everything they can to keep the ball away from them. But Pella needs to control the tempo, and they do so many times. They will be running and gunning like they like to do with so many players, keeping them fresh, running fast to try to get down and score before she can come down on defense, and then get back on defense and take care of things and put a lot of pressure on them in the full court to try to take her out of the game.
Yeah, and if Pella's full court defense is forcing turnovers and creating transition opportunities on offense, it doesn't allow Oski to get into their half court sets, doesn't allow Deja to get those easy buckets inside. So, yeah, I mean, Pella, their run and gun game, their up-tempo game is what could be the key to tonight's ball game.
It is, but the other key is for Pella not to turn the ball over, and that's why it was such a tough and close competition last time, because Pella had so many unforced turnovers. So it's just taking a deep breath and maybe having Katie and even Jenna Altman on the floor a little bit more, and their upperclassmen leadership will give them a little more composure to take care of the ball and not have as many turnovers.
All right, that is our McCall Monument, monumental radio keys to the game. Don't burden your loved ones with planning your memorial after you're gone. Pre-plan your memorial and trust the family at McCall Monument, the area's leading monument designer and installer on Old Highway 163 West in Pella. It is Pella and Oskaloosa in girls basketball tonight here inside of the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show. Tip is coming up in about 18 minutes on 92.1 KRLS and Pella Dutch Live.
If you're looking for top-notch plumbing and HVAC services from a family-based business that treats you like one of their own, call me, Austin with Vanderlinden Services. With years of expertise and a commitment to customer satisfaction, our friendly experts are ready to serve you. Plus, we're proud to offer top-of-the-line York residential and commercial HVAC systems. For all your home comfort needs, call me and experience why Vanderlinden Services is best for your job.
Hi, I'm Mike Modlin, Collision Center Manager at Ulrich Ford Lincoln in Pella. Whether it's hitting a deer, an unfortunate run-in with another driver, a rock chip to the windshield, or any other of a number of inconveniences, stuff happens. We have a team of skilled technicians for paint, body, and glass, so that when that stuff happens to you, we can restore your vehicle to its former glory, keeping you safe and getting you back on the road. The Collision Center at Ulrich Ford Lincoln in Pella is one more way that we are taking care of you.
Hey Pella, your perfect coffee break is waiting at Scooters Coffee in Pella. Cool off with the sea salt Caramelicious, a rich mocha cold brew, or a creamy blender. Feeling guilty? Sip on a strawberry sweetheart blender or an iced blackberry velvet macchiato. Need an energy boost? Try our blackberry Red Bull infusion. Fast, friendly, and always delicious. Only at Scooters Coffee in Pella. Scooters Coffee. Amazing drinks, amazing people, amazingly fast.
Hi, this is Mike at Langstrad Auto Body. It's deer season again, and I know from experience that whether you're in your car or in the timber, there's one out there with your name on it. They always say if a deer jumps out in front of you, aim right at it. The good and bad of that is that some of you will be visiting your local meat locker, and the rest will be visiting us at Langstrad Auto Body. Whether it's a deer or some unfortunate accident, you know that Langstrad Auto Body is there for you with a lifetime written warranty and satisfaction 100% guaranteed. Langstrad Auto Body, where you don't have to look for a quality repair.
McCall Monument is the most trusted monument company in Iowa. This is Reed. We have been here helping families get their perfect memorial for over 150 years.
This is Wyatt. We are the monument experts. We don't plan funerals and we don't sell caskets. We are craftsmen with a full-service shop and artists on staff.
I'm Lee. We have a standard here at McCall Monument. In all our years in business, we have never called on a grieving family, and we never will. In your family's time of need, our family is here for you.
Memories become treasure.
Are you ready to transform your home or business? Hi, I'm Levi Spain, inviting you to experience quality results with our team at Spain Painting. Not only do I have years of experience in the painting industry, I was working with my grandpa when I was 6, but I believe you'll love the experience of doing business with us. We're on time, we listen to your needs, and we'll leave your space spotless. From your first call to the final brushstroke, we'll make your project smooth, stress-free, and even enjoyable. Spain Painting in Pella. Experience, quality, results.
Now is the perfect time to update your home's look with Element Exteriors. Let Andrew Thomason and his skilled team that specializes in decks, siding, and windows bring your vision to life with expert craftsmanship and top quality materials. Whether it's a stunning new deck, durable siding, or energy-efficient windows, they handle it all. Elevate your home's beauty and value. Call Element Exteriors today for a free quote or find them on Facebook. Element Exteriors, your dream is their expertise.
The belts in the car are snake and wine, snake and wine, snake and wine. The belts in the car are snake and wine at Central Tire and Auto.
A bad belt is bad news. Everything stops working and it can cause major damage to your engine. For tires and brakes, front end work, their no appointment oil change, full mechanical work on your vehicle, and a new belt to Snake and Wine, stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella.
Central Tire and Auto.
Welcome back inside of the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show. I apologize for the dead air. I was just listening in. I did not hear why, but they are now saying a 7:15 varsity start here tonight. And Andy Johnson's going to fill in Joanna Settles off the air. What are we hearing about why we're being delayed until 7:15?
One of our refs fell ill, so we are waiting for our substitute referee.
Okay. So that gives us a little bit more airtime to fill than we had expected here inside of our Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show here on 92.1 KRLS. In fact, that might give us an opportunity to hear from Andrew Schneider. He has been hanging out all day at the state wrestling tournament in Des Moines and might catch you up to date on what's been going on with those wrestlers. But while we have a moment right now, and we've got several moments until we're going to get going, we are following 3 other games on the network tonight on our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. You'll be hearing from one of our new sponsors. Element Exteriors is sponsoring our instant radio updates for the postseason for the Pella High boys and girls. And we've got a bunch of Little Hawkeye Conference teams on the network tonight. Of course, our matchup is Pella and Oski. Newton is at Carlisle tonight. Across the region tonight, it's Norwalk hosting Bondurant Farrar. And up in 5A, Indianola is at Waukee. So those are the games of our local teams that we've got on the network tonight. Indianola Waukee is on 94.3 KNIA. Norwalk Bondurant Farrar is on KNIA 3. Newton at Carlisle is on KRLS 3. And, of course, you're hearing us on 92.1 KRLS and Pella Dutch Live. And we'll look forward to those Element Exteriors instant radio updates on our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. Earlier today in college basketball, Tyler Crabb up in Decorah for Central and Luther. The Luther women defeated Central 65-48. That means that the Dutch women will play at Simpson on Tuesday night in the opening round of the American Rivers Conference Tournament. Central's men beat Luther 78-69. They will also be playing on Tuesday. Haven't quite confirmed the bracket for the men for the American Rivers Conference postseason tournament. So Central with a split today, the Luther women winning and the Central men winning. It's only 15 minutes, but this is a postseason game. I think I can say this. These are girls, right? Some of them 15, 16-year-old girls, maybe a little bit more anxious. What is this kind of a delay, if anything? What do you think it does? What are the coaches trying to do to settle their kids down and make sure it's not a thing?
Well, you really lock in when you're in warm-up. You're on the court, you're ready to go. And so now they need to kind of relax a little bit. Hopefully they're playing some music and just staying chill in the locker room. And then they have to ramp back up. So you don't want them to, be in game mode here for this next 15 minutes. You want them to relax a little bit, have some fun, laugh with their friends. And then when they take the court again, get ready to go.
All right, we're going to take a time out inside of our Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show, see if we can track down Andrew Schneider at Wells Fargo Arena and bring you up to date on what's been going on a busy day, the final day of the 2025 Boys Iowa High School Wrestling Meet in Des Moines. So we'll see if we can get an update on that when we come back. This is our Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show for Pella and Oskaloosa. Girls basketball here in the postseason on 92.1 KRLS and Pella Dutch Live.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things. like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Ask me, Lance Klein, at the Verduff Agency in Pella, if auto owners make sense for you.
As part of the recent upgrade to our Cartrol gas station at Two Rivers Cooperative in Pella, we now have a diesel blender pump with 5 different options available. Now through March, you can select straight number 1 diesel or choose from 4 different blends of number 1 and number 2 to get the right mix to keep your diesel vehicle from gelling during our cold Iowa winter. Look for our diesel blender pump at the Cartrol gas station at Two Rivers Cooperative in Pella.
The home and field advantage. Two Rivers Co-op.
At Pella Cooperative Electric, we're committed to supporting our community and empowering our youth. Each year, we send one high school sophomore or junior on a week-long, all-expense-paid trip to Washington, D.C. This year's trip takes place June 15th through the 21st. To qualify, your family must receive electricity from Pella Cooperative Electric. Apply by March 21st through your school counselor or visit our website for details. Proud to be member-owned, we are Pella Cooperative Electric.
Are you considering window replacement or a remodeling project? Would you like the opportunity to work with a Pella Windows certified local contractor on your home remodeling projects? DeHuysen Carpentry is a Pella certified contractor handpicked for their expertise with window and door installation or replacement, as well as remodeling and home renovation capabilities. For your next project, call DeHuysen Carpentry at 780-1858. DeHuysen Carpentry, masters of consistency and quality.
Are there places in your home where it would be nice to have 2 switches that control the same light? Maybe a long hallway, or a stairwell, or a big room. At Centerpoint Electric, we're here to help with any electrical project you have, big or small. 3-way switches aren't a new thing, but with today's technology, we can install wireless 3-way switches to give you the convenience you want at a fraction of the cost of having to rewire your home. Check us out online at centerpoint-electric.com. We're wired for excellence.
Randall Roofing is proud to sponsor the Raise the Roof moment of the game.
Onto the baseline. Now Barnes has it right elbow. Out to Schulte for 3. Boom! Austin Schulte, 3 first quarter 3-pointers. He loves shooting against Indianola, Brian.
Randy Jarzambek here, owner of Randall Roofing. Randall Roofing is your full-service roofing and gutter contractor specializing in replacements, new construction, and repairs in South Central Iowa. We partner with CertainTeed to elevate your home's protection using industry-leading technologies.
Welcome back inside of the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show here on 92.1 KRLS. We are just scrambling a little bit. If you missed it earlier, or as we say, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic, we're a 15-minute delay scheduled for a 7 o'clock opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply. It will now be a 7:15 opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply. One of the officials became ill, and so they had to scramble to find a replacement official, and that official will not be here for the start of the game, or in order for us to start on time. And so that'll be a 7:15 start, in case you missed it, presented by Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarians.
I'm Trevor Castle. Joanna Settle's with us as well. She'll rejoin us inside of our Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show here in just a few moments. Taking a look at Class 4A Region 5 tonight. Pella and Norwalk are the 2 host schools this evening. Norwalk hosting Bondurant-Farrar. Those of you watching on Pella Dutch Live, you can see on the screen Bondurant-Farrar beat Des Moines Hoover 53-29 earlier this week. Oskaloosa jumped out to an 18-1 first quarter advantage, and they beat Knoxville 55-38. So the top-seeded Warriors are facing Bondurant-Farrar tonight. That game is live on KNIA 3 with Mike Effner on the call. Heck, you won't offend me if you flip over to at least listen to the beginning of that game and then come back at 7:15 for the start of Pella and Oskaloosa. The 2 winners will play at the higher-seeded team. So assuming that Norwalk wins their game against Bondurant-Farrar, the winner of Pella and Oski would be the visiting team at Norwalk coming up next week. But if Bondurant Ferrar is able to give Norwalk just its second loss of the season, then the Blue Jays would travel to Pella or Oskaloosa for that matchup on February 25th. So that's a look at the Class 4A Region 5 bracket and what we're playing for tonight, a trip to the regional final on the 25th. And the winner of that will be headed to the state tournament the following week at Wells Fargo Arena. Again, we're delayed 15 minutes, scheduled for a 7:15 opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply. It's Pella and Oskaloosa here on 92.1 KRLS and Pella Dutch Live.
When it comes to fitness, what's real? How about when it really, truly fits your life? That's how Anytime Fitness sees it. Whether you're training for the next 5K, maxing out on your deadlift, trying to shed a few lbs, or just trying to stay healthy, our gym allows you to do fitness on your terms. No matter the day or the time, we're always open to meet your fitness needs. That's Anytime Fitness, and that's what's real.
All throughout the Pella community, you see touches of Holland and classic Dutch architecture, but there's one place that truly takes you right into the heart of Amsterdam, the Molengraat Plaza just south of the square. With a beautiful brick wall featuring a winding canal, a working drawbridge, and a classic old world atmosphere, you'll find Pella's finest lodging at the Amsterdam Hotel, dining with Liberty Street Kitchen and Oriental Express, Beautiful U Salon, Pella Nail Salon, the Pella Window and Door Showroom, and many service businesses. You could even take in a movie at Pella Cinemas. Good luck to our local sports teams from the Molengraat in Pella. Hey Dutch fans, just dropping in quick to let you know that the KNIA KRLS Home Shopping Extravaganza is coming up February 25th through the 27th. If you've never participated before, this is a great time to start. We have over $200,000 worth of merchandise from great local businesses in Pella, Marion County, and the surrounding areas. You'll be able to buy it at 30, 40, even 50% off. Check out KNIAKRLS.com for all the details, then join us February 25th through the 27th for the Home Shopping Extravaganza, where you buy stuff at a discount.
This is Dr. Tim Yoder with Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. February is National Pet Dental Month, and I'd like to encourage you to schedule an oral exam for your pet. All of our dental services are discounted during the month of February, including cleaning of the teeth, polishing of the teeth, and dental surgery where needed. Call today to schedule your pet's oral checkup at 628-4040 for Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella, where your pet's good health is our #1 concern.
Still the veterinarians.
Yes, we are. We're the veterinarians.
They take care of pets because they love them.
This report from the Boys State Wrestling Tournament in Des Moines is brought to you by Pella Regional Health Center, providing health care and healing services with Christian compassion, and Two Rivers Cooperative, your local farmer-owned co-op in Pella, Otley, Monroe, and Tracy.
I'm Andrew Schneider reporting from the 2025 State Wrestling Tournament in Des Moines here on 92.1 KRLS. We are awaiting two championship matches today at 157 pounds. Tucker Wheeler, we're a few classes away from him wrestling from PCM, and Caden Clark at 285. The first time in school history for PCM they've had two wrestlers in the championship at the same time. Both stated in their interviews with Clayton Sampson late last night they want to be the first pair of champions in that history. So again, Tucker Wheeler and Caden Clark wrestling from PCM for a championship later tonight. Logan Bruxford's in the house. He got a chance to participate in the Grand March. He was 6th place for Pella. A recent string of some place winners for the Dutch. Jackson Van Clay is a two-time place winner. He was here a year ago on Championship Saturday, placing 4th. Logan Bruxford in his 3rd ever appearance earlier this morning, placing 6th. We've got photos galore on our Facebook page, and we'll have more from our championship matches tonight at KNIA KRLS, and also have interviews and more at KNIAKRLS.com. Once again, we are awaiting the championship matches for PCM tonight. It's Tucker Wheeler at 157 and Caden Clark at 285. And for Little Hawkeye Conference inserts, we're about to get to Max Crossan at 138 from Indianola. He was a 3rd place winner a year ago. Obviously, a lot of Pella fans familiar with Mac, who's undefeated this season. We'll have a lot of fun here on Championship Saturday from the State Wrestling Tournament in Des Moines on KRLS.
This report from the Boys State Wrestling Tournament in Des Moines has been brought to you by DeYoung Door Service, the gurus of garage doors, Sundance Realty, home sold, dreams delivered every day, and Ulrich Ford Lincoln, taking care of you since 1935.
When you eat at Culver's, you're enjoying fresh food, not just fast food. I'm Tim Grotenhuis, owner of Culver's Restaurant in Pella, and we pride ourselves on making your order fresh every time. Our never frozen burgers are made fresh just the way you want it. Our chicken sandwiches and chicken strips are made fresh. We don't make them ahead of time and let them sit under a warmer. And we slow turn our frozen custard in small batches all day so it's at its very best. What can we make fresh for you today at Culver's Restaurant in Pella?
At Integrity Comfort Solutions, we've been your local, trusted experts on new construction, plumbing, heating, and cooling for over 50 years. We're excited to now offer service. Don't let a breakdown disrupt your comfort. Let our expert team get you back on track. Call us at 641-628-4093 or visit integrity-comfort.com and let our experts work for you. Integrity Comfort Solutions. Let's get comfortable.
If you're looking for big savings every day, it's as easy as ever at Hy-Vee. Hi, this is Dalton Buck, and we've lowered the prices on thousands of items throughout the store, from fresh produce to high-quality meats and your pantry essentials. Our new everyday low prices will help you stretch your budget even further. No gimmicks, no hassle, just new everyday low prices on thousands of items throughout the store. Stop and see us at Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile and now even lower prices in every aisle.
As Pella Community Schools is preparing everyone to learn, lead, and achieve, cross-country coach Doug Cutler says it's important to help each student understand what success is for them individually.
And you're not comparing yourself continuously with others. It's comparing within. That's why cross-country, I really enjoy that aspect of it, that we work very hard at defining success for each person on the team of what's going to make them successful.
Preparing everyone to learn, lead, and achieve. Pella Community Schools. Pella!
Van Hampton.
Hi, I just went downstairs and there's water everywhere. I'm not sure where it's coming from, but maybe we have a frozen pipe. I really need you to come fix it.
Okay, don't worry, ma'am. We'll send one of the big trucks.
Van Hampton Plumbing and Heating's fleet of big trucks rolling around the Marion County area don't just look cool. These big trucks are well stocked with extra parts and supplies to get the job done quicker and get that leak stopped quicker. It's another reason you'll rest easy when you pick up the phone and hear
Van Hampton.
At Pella Real Estate Services, we're a full-service brokerage with 11 licensed agents. Hi, I'm John Holterhouse, and if you're looking to buy a new house, talk to us about scheduling a buyer consultation. We'll get to know your needs, priorities, and timeline, and we'll walk you through the buyer-realtor agreement that's required before you view homes. We'll also connect you with local inspectors, lenders, and contractors, and you'll have transparency along the way with no hidden buyer fees. Start your journey today by visiting PellaRealEstateServices.com.
This is Austin from Pella Car Care, your local home of quality automotive service. We are proud to support the coverage of the Pella Dutch. Much like the excellent athletic programs at Pella High School, we at Pella Car Care strive to consistently exceed expectations. We are proud to continue caring for our community by providing exceptional, convenient automotive service.
Check out my dad's team at PellaCarCare.com. Go Dutch, go Dutch.
Now is the perfect time to update your home's look with Element Exteriors. Let Andrew Thomason and his skilled team that specializes in decks, siding, and windows bring your vision to life with expert craftsmanship and top quality materials. Whether it's a stunning new deck, durable siding, or energy-efficient windows, they handle it all. Elevate your home's beauty and value. Call Element Exteriors today for a free quote or find them on Facebook. Element Exteriors, your dream is their expertise.
You're listening to Pella High Basketball, powered by Bank Iowa on 92.1 FM, KRLS, Knoxville, Pella, Newton, and KRLS HD1, Knoxville, Pella, Newton. Everyone has a goal, an inspiration, a reason for being. Whatever that is for you, Bank Iowa says,
let's make it happen.
This is the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show, getting you set for Pella and Oskaloosa. And if you're wondering why the game hasn't started, if you're just joining us, there was an illness to one of the officials late, and they had to scramble to find a replacement official. We just got word that official arrived right at 7 o'clock, and so they restarted the warm-up clock, and we're scheduled for an opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply. somewhere around 7:15 or probably a few minutes after that. Trevor Castle, Joanna Settles here inside of the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show. You ran down while we had a few minutes to talk to Coach Forsyth. What's his mood like, and what does he think about this one tonight?
Very optimistic, right? And with your team, you always want a routine. This is out of routine to go to warm-up 2.0 here. But they went to the locker room, kind of started over, put their music on, came out. Everybody's excited to play. Both teams are ready to rock and roll. But now we have an extra 15 minutes here, and they'll go through their routine again.
All right, well, we have at least a couple of extra minutes. You heard from Andrew Schneider a minute ago with a state wrestling report. We dug into the archives and found a little highlight package from the last time these two teams played on this floor a little less than 3 weeks ago, back on February 4th, as Pella won that one 45-35. So let's take a listen to that Dutch victory as they beat the Indians 2 out of 2 this season. Indians by 3. Oltman on the other end. Great basket cut from the elbow. The feed and the bucket for Oltman for 2, or first of the game. They lead 24-23, and that changes on a three-pointer by Emma Walkup. 7 in the quarter, 9 in the game. 26-24 Pella. 3-ball Parks. Boom! Avery Parks for 3, and all of a sudden 31-24 Pella. And the Dutch can burn some more clock. Although Walkup attacks and scores. And channeling my inner Andrew Schneider, there's your dagger. A 10-point lead, and now a steal by Pella.
Now we definitely want to hold it.
Harmon comes away with it.
Make them foul. You pull the ball out.
1:18 to go. Pella leads by 10, 45-35. And that was the final, 45-35. The Dutch, you could tell they're a close game, midway point, 24-23. Dutch kind of stretched it out there with that third quarter run and then hung on to win by 10. Earlier in the season, back in January, the Dutch needed overtime at Oskaloosa to beat the Indians, and they won comfortably in the extra session, but blew a late lead before the Indians got it into overtime. So, as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, but folks may not have been tuned in yet at that point in time, these two teams have played, again, one overtime game, one game that was very close for a half, and then Pella took a little bit of control in that third quarter. But hey, third time around, if I'm Oskaloosa, we're the Pella fans here, Pella broadcast, but trying to put yourself in their shoes, I'm saying, hey, we almost got them at our place, and we were right there with them for a good chunk of the game when we played them the last time here in Pella. They got to be coming in thinking if they play well that they've got a real shot to win this game.
And they absolutely do. It's also hard to beat a team 3 times in a season, as we know. So they, have studied tape hard and know that getting the ball inside is the key for them, and identifying the shooters, who's hot. There'll be 11, 12 Pella players out there, and who's hot, and make sure if they're hot from the perimeter, make sure you get a hand up and make them put it on the floor so they don't get things don't get carried away.
One of the things that Coach Forsyth talked to me about, Oski is not a great shooting team in general. As a team, they shoot 25% from 3. As a team, they shoot 35% from the floor, but that's bolstered by Deja Foster shooting 55% because most of them are literal 1-foot, bank shot layups. So the rest of the team, not a good shooting team, but he says, they're capable. And that's one of the things that, he's probably most concerned about is if 1 or 2 of those non-Foster players from Oskaloosa gets hot, gets into a rhythm, well, now you have to pay more attention there, and you take your focus away from Foster, and it might snowball away. So you can't just focus on Foster. You have to make sure that nobody else steps up and beats you either.
Right. Well, Foster is going to get hers. It'll be tough that to not have her score 18 points tonight. So who else do you need to stop and make sure that you're doing, because she draws so much attention. I wouldn't be surprised if they, triangle in 2 and they put somebody in front of her and behind her all the time. That's what they've done in the past, so we expect that again, and that's going to happen. But can they get loose up top and get open for 3-point shots and finish?
You mentioned 18 points. I think that's what she had in the last game. I think it was an 18-point, 15-rebound double-double. But a lot of the damage came in the fourth quarter after Pella had built their lead, right? And Coach Forsyth is happy to let her stat pad if that's what happens in a fourth quarter of the game. But against Knoxville on Wednesday night, when they jumped out to an 18-1 lead, it was Foster right out of the gate, right? That's what Pella's got to try to avoid tonight.
Yes, and how do you do that? You really have to try to deny her the ball if you can. And then when you get the ball, you want to run. You want to run quickly and get down on offense and run a really fast tempo game.
Again, we're about 15 minutes behind schedule here. We had an ill referee. We found a replacement. They're in the building, and the teams are on the floor warming up. We'll have our opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply somewhere in the next, 10 minutes or so. We're going to take a timeout inside of our Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show. It is Pella and Oskaloosa in the girls basketball regional semifinals. And when we come back, we'll have your starting lineups right after this on 92.1 KRLS and Pella Dutch Live.
Winter's here, and with it comes whiteout driving conditions and icy roads. Upgrade your tires and stuff up your savings before winter with a trip to Raceway Tire and Exhaust. Raceway's auto experts have everything you need to keep your car in top driving shape for the weather to come. From Firestone destination tires to batteries, wiper blades, and more, they've got what you need to get you on the go. So accelerate through winter with new Firestone destination tires. Stop into Raceway Tire and Exhaust today.
Raceway Tire and Exhaust. We got what you need to get you on the go.
Hi, I'm Mike Modlin, Collision Center Manager at Ulrich Ford Lincoln in Pella. Whether it's hitting a deer, an unfortunate run-in with another driver, a rock chip to the windshield, or any other of a number of inconveniences, stuff happens. We have a team of skilled technicians for paint, body, and glass, so that when that stuff happens to you, we can restore your vehicle to its former glory, keeping you safe and getting you back on the road. The Collision Center at Ulrich Ford Lincoln in Pella is one more way that we are taking care of you.
McCall Monument is the most trusted monument company in Iowa. This is Reed. We have been here helping families get their perfect memorial for over 150 years.
This is Wyatt. We are the monument experts. We don't plan funerals and we don't sell caskets. We are craftsmen with a full-service shop and artists on staff.
I'm Lee. We have a standard here at McCall Monument. In all our years in business, we have never called on a grieving family, and we never will. In your family's time of need, our family is here for you.
Memories become treasure. McCall Monument.
A new year is here, and at Marion County Bank, we're kicking it off by challenging you to shop local. Every dollar spent at a local business helps to build the communities we all love. Together, we can make a difference.
Hi, I'm Brian Hoosier from Marion County Bank. I shop local because another word for local is home, and I want to support the place that I call home.
Join Marion County Bank in supporting local businesses. Learn more at marioncountybank.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
As part of the recent upgrade to our Cartrol gas station at Two Rivers Cooperative in Pella, we now have a diesel blender pump with 5 different options available. Now through March, you can select straight number 1 diesel or choose from 4 different blends of number 1 and number 2 to get the right mix to keep your diesel vehicle from gelling during our cold Iowa winter. Look for our diesel blender pump at the Cartrol gas station at Two Rivers Cooperative in Pella.
The home and field advantage. Two Rivers Co-op.
Your garage door is the single largest moving part in your home. Think about everything it takes to make it go up and down all day long. Tracks need to be kept clean, rollers, bearings, and hinges need to be lubricated, cables need to be in good shape, and springs need to be tight and connected. That's where the guru comes in. Call DeYoung Door Service to schedule an annual inspection of your garage door today.
Hi, this is Kurt DeYoung. It's not good enough to know what you do. You need to specialize in it. We specialize in sales, installation, and service of garage doors. We're the gurus of garage doors. DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
Run Bobby to basketball, pick up Susie from dance. If your calendar sounds like this, you need to let the professionals at Van Manen, Seatstra, Meyer, and Nickel help you with your income taxes. And erase one thing from your schedule this year. They offer a convenient drop-off service, so you won't have to sit through an appointment. Just drop off your tax information between 8 and 6, Monday through Friday, or 8 to noon on Saturdays, and they'll prepare your tax returns in about a week. Then come back at your convenience to sign and file the returns.
Save time and gain peace of mind with Van Manen, Seatstra, Meyer, and Nickel.
When you eat at Culver's, you're enjoying fresh food, not just fast food. I'm Tim Grotenhuis, owner of Culver's Restaurant in Pella, and we pride ourselves on making your order fresh every time. Our never frozen burgers are made fresh just the way you want it. Our chicken sandwiches and chicken strips are made fresh. We don't make them ahead of time and let them sit under a warmer. And we slow turn our frozen custard in small batches all day so it's at its very best. What can we make fresh for you today at Culver's Restaurant in Pella?
Welcome back inside of our Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show. We're live on 92.1 KRLS and the Pella Dutch Live YouTube channel, and we have our first Element Exteriors instant radio update of the evening. Newton and Carlisle tied 7-7 at the end of the first quarter. Other games tonight, Indianola at Waukee, Norwalk hosting Bondurant Farrar. That's the one that we are most interested in, as the winner of this game plays the winner of that game coming up on Tuesday night. And PCM is at Williamsburg tonight, and that is a go-to-state game in Class 3A between the Mustangs and the Raiders. Earlier today in college basketball, the Luther women beat Central 65-48. Central will play at Simpson in the American Rivers Conference Tournament opener. They have not beaten Simpson in more than 20 years. And I guess that would be a good time to break that streak in the conference tournament Tuesday at Simpson. The Central men beat Luther 78-69, and along with it, they earned a first-round home game in the American Rivers Conference Tournament Tuesday at home against Co. And that's your Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Marion County's financial leader is Marion County Bank, with offices in Pella, Knoxville, and Melcher, Dallas. They're serving you and building community across the county. Trevor Castle, Joanna Settles with you, and I think we both kind of came to the same conclusion a few moments ago. You said, well, they're warm, and we both said, hopefully not too warm, right? I mean, it's a lot of shooting and a lot of warm-ups that these teams have been going through. Again, about a 15, it'll probably be a 20-minute delay by the time it actually gets going because of a referee swap out at the last moment.
Yeah, a lot of perimeter shooting as well. So they're both, going to their benches now as we get started. But that's about as much as they want to shoot pregame. Yes. They're warm.
They're plenty warm, and we're ready to go. Starting lineups will be coming here from Dave Van Gorp to the crowd. We're going to give you our game time temperature presented by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating. 26 degrees and feels like 80 with what we've been going through for the last week or so. We hope this is the end of winter, but you never quite know. And folks, if your home isn't staying comfortable during the cold Iowa winter or the hot Iowa summer, make sure to call on the heating and cooling experts at Van Haften Plumbing and Heating in Pella, because you'll always rest easy when you pick up the phone and hear
Van Haften.
All right, they're going to play the national anthem first. Then we'll come back and get you the starting lineups for Pella and Oskaloosa. Thanks for listening to the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show. Scooters Coffee and Pella. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
There's a lot of cool things made in Iowa, from pipe organs to floating tiki bars and lights used at sporting events all over the world. But what won the award for the coolest thing made in Iowa? The Vermeer ZR5 1200 self-propelled baler. This award is a testament to the dedication of our team, and the hard work done at Vermeer means that our customers can continue to do their important work, feeding and fueling their communities, managing natural resources, and connecting others to the necessities of life. We're Vermeer, equipped to do more.
The belts in the car, snake and wine, snake and wine, snake and wine. The belts in the car, snake and wine at Central Tire and Auto.
A bad belt is bad news. Everything stops working, and it can cause major damage to your engine. For tires and brakes, front end work, their no appointment oil change, full mechanical work on your vehicle, and a new belt to snake and wind, stop and see Sean Ward and his crew next to Walmart in Pella.
Central Tire and Auto.
At Pella Insurance, they strive to provide you with bend-over-backward service to protect your home, auto, business, farm, life, and health. Pella Insurance is a local independent agency that has been serving the Pella community for over 30 years with a mission to provide you with a more holistic approach to your insurance needs. With access to a multitude of industry-leading carriers, they are focused on assisting their customers with protecting and maximizing their assets, resources, and opportunities. Call Pella Insurance at 628-9235. Pella Corporation is proud to be a part of our communities and supporting the children of their workers. They're honored to be recognized once again as one of America's top workplaces for diversity. At Pella, they value inclusion and community, ensuring a bright future for all. Thank you for making Pella Corporation a trusted name in homes across the country. Because at Pella Corporation, they're building more than just windows and doors.
Welcome inside of the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. We're live on 92.1 KRLS and Pella Dutch Live for Pella and Oskaloosa Class 4A Regional Girls Basketball Semifinals. And let's take a look at our starting lineups. First for the Oskaloosa Indians, who are 11-11 on the season, 3-9. They finished in fifth place in the Little Hawkeye Conference. So they start Haley Parker, Naomi Cole, Hannah Nelson, Gracie Durande, and Deja Foster. That's Parker, Cole, Nelson, Durande, and Foster. For the Pella Dutch, third place in the Little Hawkeye Conference at 8-4. They're 15-7 overall. They start Kelsey Tauke, Cameron Long, Katie Shekel, Jenna Oltman, and Maggie Thompson. Tauke, Long, Shekel, Oltman, and Thompson for the Dutch. And those are your starting lineups for tonight's matchup. And while we're about 20 minutes behind, we've got our Element Exteriors instant radio updates flying in. Waukee 22, Indianola 6 at the end of the first quarter. It was 6-4 Indians, but Waukee closed the quarter on a 20-2 run. They lead 22-6. Williamsburg leads PCM 23-12. That's at the end of the first quarter. And also at the end of the first quarter, it is Newton 7 and Carlisle 7. Those are Element Exteriors instant radio updates. The starting lineups have been announced to the crowd, and we are about 20 minutes behind schedule, but playoff basketball is always worth the wait. And we've got Pella and Oski tonight for the third time this season, and this time winner moves on to the regional final, and the loser's season is over. Trevor Castle, Joanna Settles with you here on 92.1 KRLS and Pella Dutch Live. The opening tip, just seconds away, presented by Dutch Mill Supply in Pella, your only locally owned lumberyard and building materials supplier. I'm kind of a sit a while, stand a while, sit a while, stand a while. So feel free up here in the catbird seat to do as you please, Joanna.
You know, the last time these two matched up here at Pella, the first 3 minutes were scoreless. So I hope we're ready to stand up because there's so much excitement and a lot of scoring early. This is where you go defensive if you're Pella. 6'3" center, Deja Foster gets the tip every time, Trevor.
Yeah, I don't think there's much doubt as who's going to win this opening tip. It's Hawaiian night here in this Pella student section. The ball is in the air, and postseason basketball is underway here on KRLS and Pella Dutch Live. And to nobody's surprise, Deja Foster and the Indians win that opening tip, and they have the ball moving from right to left, and Haley Parker fires a three that's no good. Rebound pops off to the weak side, and it's knocked out of bounds by Katie Shekel and stays with Oskaloosa. The Indians wearing their maroon jerseys with the gray lettering and numerals and trim, and Pella's in their home white jerseys with the green lettering and numerals and trim. Now to the high post, ball controlled by Nelson. Another three-pointer on the way. That one is no good, and this time Shekel's able to grab the rebound, and Pella will have its first look offensively. Cameron Long, the team's leading scorer, just under 10 points per game. She'd round up to 10. Gives it off to Oltman, gets it back, passes batted away. Long has it around an Oltman screen. Left-hand dribble by Long. Trying to get into the corner. Pass it off to Shekel, back to Long. Now to the post for Oltman with Foster defending. Kick out to Tauke, drives around the defender, draws the defense, flips it to Oltman. Shot no good, and rebounded by Oski and Gracie Durande.
Yeah, Tauke drove there on the baseline, which brought Foster out of the lane. A great opportunity for Pella to score, and missed a short one.
No score. We've played a minute 10. About 20 minutes behind schedule because of a referee illness, but now we're rocking and rolling here in postseason basketball. Foster for three. No good. The Indians 0 for 3, but Durande steals the rebound away from Shekel. Now, another three-pointer is on the way. That one is too strong, no good. And Foster gets the rebound, tries to pass it off, and it's out of bounds off Oskaloosa for the first turnover of the game. So, Joanna, the Indians are ready, willing, and able to fire from deep, but 0 for 4 from behind the arc.
Keep shooting. That's what you do. Here, both teams are in a 2-3 zone. It's interesting when Foster goes out to the three-point line. That's what Pella wants them to do. Man. They'll let her shoot threes all day, like you were agreeing with earlier. So here's this 2-3 defense, keeping Foster in the paint, right in the middle. If they can draw her out, that's advantage to the Dutch.
Here's Oltman from the top of the key. Right-hand dribble onto the wing. Now bounces it to Thompson up top. Not much movement out of the Dutch right now. Shekel right corner. Hands it off to Long. Beats her defender to the punch. Draws the defense. Drops it down. And Oltman lays it in for the first bucket of the game. Second straight possession. Pella with dribble penetration to draw the defense and get a chance at a layup.
And it's dribble penetration to Foster. That's what's key to draw her a nice bounce pass into Oltmann for the first bucket.
So Pella brings the pressure after the basket. Oskaloosa using Foster in the middle, kind of a 2-1-2, and Foster in center circle. Cameron Long trying to be a little bit of a gnat, ends up fouling Foster. All right, so Oski in the half court, down by 2.5 minutes into the game.
Emerson Wogan's in the game now for Katie Shuckle. She just had a quick little run, and Wogan will cover her for a few minutes.
Indians shot fake on another three. It's Foster up top, and they'll fire a three from the wing and hit. Three-point basket is good. Hannah Nelson gives Oski a 3-2 lead. 5:14 remaining in the opening quarter, and Oltmann gives it to Tauke. Pella left to right in white and green. Long on the wing, cross-court pass, Wogan into the corner for Tauke. Drives and kicks it out to Oltmann. Wogan, return pass, Jenna for three, no good. Long rebound out to Maggie Thompson, and another crack for the Dutch. Wogan on the wing, back to Long, launches the three, and connects. Cameron Long for three, and a Pella Motors timeout, a 30-second timeout. At Pella Motors, you'll drive away happy. That's the Pella Motors guarantee. 4:49 first quarter, 5-3 Dutch.
And there's Cameron Long. You saw it on the replay. I think that was a Caitlin Clark three-pointer by the lefty. That was a little deeper. She even has some room. Beautiful shot. Lots of momentum towards the Dutch right now.
Well, and Pella early, drive and kick. That time Long is open. I mean, when you can be balanced offensively, the ability to shoot the three forces the defense up on you and gives you a chance to drive around, and then you make Foster's life a little more miserable inside as well.
Yes, to extend that defense is key and create a lot more space in the paint to do work.
5-3, Pella has the advantage. After the early bucket by Jenna Oltmann, the teams trade three-pointers. Nelson for Oski, Long for the Dutch, and Pella has a 2-point lead. And coming out of this Pella Motors timeout, they'll bring the full court pressure defense, man-to-man look out of the Dutch. They won't guard the inbounder. Everybody else is covered up.
And they won't guard the inbound pass either.
But they break the pressure using Foster in the middle. And now Oski into the half-court set with Haley Parker. Little two-person game with Durande. Parker has it now, back to Durande. Top of the key, Long poked it away but couldn't bring it in. Now pass off to Foster. Pella student section begging her to shoot. Parker will shoot and hit. So Oski back-to-back threes after starting 0 for 4, and they lead 6-4, or 6-5 rather. And it's tipped away from Oltmann and then out of bounds. Looked for a moment like Oski might have a chance at a fast break, but they couldn't quite corral the tip, so no harm done for the Dutch. And here come Emma Walkup and Michaela Vincent for Thompson and Tauke. Game reset is wired by Centerpoint Electric. 6-5, Oskaloosa leads. 4 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Possession arrow is with the Dutch. And Pella turns it over on a game reset wired by Centerpoint Electric, where they're wired for excellence.
And that's a tough pass to go from wing to short corner there. Maybe need to dribble down to the corner, bounce pass it into the short corner if that's where you want to go.
More Pella pressure. Oski seems to be handling it very well early. They get across the half-court line, setting it up right to left at the top of the key with Parker. Into the corner for Nelson. She's already hit 1 3. Now Foster on the post-up, and Vincent gets called for the foul. She had her right arm up. It was kind of leaning into Foster as Deja put that shot towards the rim. It's no good, but she'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, she was off balance, but went up with it, which was wise. They're playing a 5-out offense and keeping Foster on the outside, and then once the ball goes to the wing, she dives ball side, and that's where you have to front her and deny with all that you have to not allow her to have the ball in the paint.
And this is a new look for Oski, so credit to the Indians. Free throw no good, and they get a long offensive rebound by Naomi Cole. So the Indians with a 7-5 lead and the ball after that offensive board. Parker right wing 3, no good. And on the weak side, it's tracked down by Emerson Wogan. Pushing for Pella with Oltmann. Trailing back is Wogan. Back to Oltmann again. Right hand dribble, and she'll set it up. drives down the middle of the lane, kicks it out onto the left corner for Vincent. Now long up top, shot fake against this 2-3 Oski zone. Picks up her dribble, needs some help, finds Walkup in the right corner. May have got away with a travel, then she gets her shot blocked and rebounded by Foster. It was Nelson from the corner that blocked it.
It was a good defensive round by Oskaloosa.
Driving, floating shot, no good. Rebound by Jenna Oltmann. The Dutch have it down by 2, 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter.
What I don't understand by having Foster out on the three-point line when they're on offense is that she's not there to offensive rebound. So we'll see how long that lasts. I'd say get her inside and get her the ball.
Spin dribble by Oltmann, and she tried to pass it off to the weak side for Vincent. But Durande stepped in front and stole it away. So Pella's second turnover gives the Indians the ball with the lead, and Cole's three-pointer is no good. Vincent there to grab the ball on her right shoulder as it kind of came careening down awkwardly to her. Walkup step through dribble, off glass and in. A highlight reel kind of half layup, half floater for Emma Walkup, and the Dutch have tied it at 7 and now forced a turnover. Walkup again, pass it off, Vincent jumper, no good. Rebound controlled by Oskaloosa. 7-7 game here in the regional semifinals, and Oski trying to get aggressive against the Pella press break, throws it away.
There's Emma Walkup. Little Euro step, using the backboard, just kissing it off the glass. That was beautiful.
Her playing time has really increased late in the season. She's one of the players I was talking about, well, you don't want to see, Shekel get hurt and Oltmann get hurt and some of the illness that we had. It allowed players like Emma Walkup and Emerson Wogan and Maddie Harmon to see more minutes. And we know they're going to be contributors in the playoffs. Hopefully it gives them more comfortability in these spots. 7-7 game under 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter.
And Pella has a completely different group of 5.
Oh, there's a 3 that's no good, and rebounded by Nelson for Oskaloosa. Pressure from Pella out near half court. Ball is loose and tied up. The arrow is with Pella. So that's an Oskaloosa turnover. We do have a couple of Element Exteriors instant radio updates. End of the first quarter, as expected, Norwalk all over Bondurant Farrar 18-5. At halftime, it's Carlisle 19, Newton 16, and Waukee leads Indianola 43-18. In the lane, Walkup blocked by Foster. She just stepped forward and smothered that ball. Kind of a block and steal all in one fell swoop. And now Foster has it. Again, this is a different look than what we've seen. The first couple of games against Pella, they just planted her down in the post. Pella doubled her, and Oski said, well, we're not gonna deal with that. And they're doing something different. Lean in shot Parker, no good. Rebounded by Parks for Pella. And it'll remain to be seen how it works, but in the early going, we've got a tie game, 7-all. This is Avery Parks for Pella. Little traffic out on the left wing. She dribbles around it, picks up her dribble, and fires it left side to Maddie Harmon. Now to Shekel. Thought about the 3. Passed it off. Parks inside to Vincent. Kick out. Harmon, wide open 3 is off glass and in. Boom! Maddie Harmon gives Pella a 10-7 lead. I was ready to call that one off, no good to the right. And it was to the right, and then the glass sent it back home. 10-7 Pella.
It was. She was a little surprised it went in as well.
Cole trying to tie it from the left corner for 3 that's off the mark. Edgar gives Oskaloosa another chance. 10 seconds to go. First quarter. Pella 10, Oski 7. Indians right corner, long 2, no good. Vincent swallows up the rebound for Pella, and that is the end of the first quarter. Pella 10, Oski 7, live inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
Enhance your sense of joy with a new job. Hearthstone and Pella is looking for great CNAs, and they're eager to invest in you. From their internal CNA training program to tuition reimbursement of up to $3,000 annually for higher education, Hearthstone's eager to help provide you with the career you're looking for, not just another job. Their generous benefit package also includes a $2,500 sign-on bonus. To learn more or to apply, visit wesleylife.org/Hearthstone and click Join Our Team, or call Ann at 620-4162. How much has your internet bill gone up recently? If you're a Pella Fiber customer, you know that it hasn't gone up at all, because all residential customers get 1 gig of fiber internet for only $75 a month. And that's not an introductory offer that'll go away in a few months. That's the everyday low price for fast, reliable fiber internet from a local utility that's here to take care of you if any problems arise. Make the switch today and join the thousands of Pella Fiber customers getting a gig for just $75 a month by going to PellaFiber.com.
Pella 10, Oskaloosa 7 at the end of the first quarter. Welcome back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. I'm Trevor Castle alongside Joanna Settles as the Dutch and the Oskaloosa Indians going head-to-head tonight in a Class 4A regional girls basketball semifinal matchup. And Oski has the ball down 3, 10-7, and the Indians have not been afraid to fire away from outside. Most of their action is outside of the perimeter, and they're just shooting open threes as they do to start this quarter, and it's an air ball by Durande out of bounds to Pella.
And that'd be okay, but your bread and butter is to get the ball inside to number 22, and she is scoreless so far. Obviously, she's had some blocks and played well defensively, but they have to get the ball inside to her and figure out a way to do that. So.
She has 0 paint touches. She did shoot the 1 3-pointer and did get 1 free throw off of an offensive rebound, but they're not working anything through her. And Long fires a 3, no good, and Cole collects the board for Oskaloosa. 10-7 Pella, 40 seconds into the second quarter, and a travel is called on Hannah Nelson.
And even on that possession, Foster's not diving into the paint. She was staying out behind the three-point line, so I just don't understand that, why they don't want 6'3" and all that height. And she's just fantastic. She has great hands, her left hand and right hand. I mean, she has a great left. I don't understand why she's not in close to the basket.
Everybody on this side of the gym is more than happy to see her stand 20 feet away from the bucket. Another Element Exteriors Instant Radio update. At the half, Williamsburg leads PCM 33-22. That's a go-to-state game in Class 3A. A running bank attempt is no good by Cameron Long. Rebounded by Nelson for Oskaloosa, and then Shekel just rips it away as the Indians tried to get out into transition. So the 6th Indian turnover gives Pella another chance with a 10-7 lead here early second quarter. Shekel runs through a defender and commits a turnover and a foul. Coach Forsyth doesn't quite agree. Thought the defender slid in front of Katie.
The defenders are playing high, and they're actually turned kind of to the sideline, which made it an easier call for the refs.
Oski ball down by 3. Long Cole jumper, good. That is Naomi Cole. Dassa Cole and Pora Cole also on the squad. Here's Shekel, a quick trigger right wing 3, no good. Durande with her 4th rebound of the game already. Now Oski, Parker, eyes ahead, ripped out of her hands by Oltman. Ball loose on the floor. Oltman diving for it. Cole is there, and this is ultimately going to end up in a tie-up jump ball. Alternate possession over to Pella. You love to see the hustle. You can tell how much this game means to both teams. We have our first state wrestling champion from the area. Mac Crossan of Indianola has won the Class 3A 138-pound championship on an Element Exteriors Instant Radio update. Oski gets a steal, Pella's 4th turnover. Cole has it inside, being hounded by Riley Parks. Out to Foster, passes it back to Cole. Now left side Durande, Parker in the corner, back up to Parker. This is Parker, pardon me, drives left baseline, tough shot. Foster grabs the rebound over Talkie. Her follow won't go, and now a tie-up between Thompson and Foster on the rebound. And if you're an Oski fan, you're like, why isn't she there all the time?
Why isn't she? And even when they had the ball in the corner, she was on the weak side, so that's why she got that rebound. But she never even flashed to the ball side, which I don't understand. I would think that Oski would go right here on this out-of-bounds play to her on the inside, and here she is behind the three-point line, getting the ball in. Stays on the weak side again. Again, they're fronting her.
10-9, Pella leads by 1. Oski ball. Cole drives in through traffic, blocked by Thompson. And in one fell swoop, she grabs the ball on kind of a block steal. We saw that out of Foster earlier, and now Walkup's pass to Parks is stolen away, and we get a timeout by Oskaloosa. It is a Pella Motors timeout, and it is a full timeout. Well, let's talk about who's always open, presented by Anytime Fitness. And right now, it's Deja Foster, always open outside of the three-point line. And I'm not a coach, right? So who am I? They've been working. They've got a plan. They've got a strategy that they're trying to execute. But I just go back to, you've got the tallest, most physically imposing player in the gym, and she's standing 20 feet away from the basket. Always open. I'd prefer her always battling inside, trying to make things happen right now. And it just doesn't, whatever they're trying to do doesn't seem to be working.
No, and they're only down 1. Let's look at that. The other players are playing well.
Yep.
Defensively, Durande, Cole, they're playing well, but I don't understand. I mean, pound the ball inside. She's 6'3". I mean, Pella's, Maggie Thompson is 6'1". They have not gotten into her for an interior pass at all. So we'll see if they are reminded in this timeout to get the ball inside to number 22.
Well, if Foster's outside, Pella's not covering her, and they basically have 5 to guard the other 4. When Foster's inside, Pella's doubling her, and now it's 4 against the other, 3 against the other 4 players. So to me, it's just a numbers game if I'm Oskaloosa.
Yes, well, it's advantageous, right, to put her inside and free up her other teammates.
Who's always open, presented by Anytime Fitness, the 24/7 gym that fits your lifestyle, your fitness, your way. Anytime Fitness. Michaela Vincent, a rebound off a missed Oskaloosa shot out of the Pella Motors timeout. Now Walkup attacks and scores. She's got 2 buckets. They've both been aggressive takes, and Pella leads 12-9.
Yeah, she did a really nice job of keeping her shoulders parallel to the basket, keeping that ball away from the defender to score in transition.
Well, the winner of this game will be playing at Norwalk on Tuesday night. Norwalk closes the first half on a 21-0 run, and they lead Bondurant Farrar 43-9 at the half on an Element Exteriors instant radio update. 12-9 is our score. Pella leads by 3. Durande back out to Parker. Now Nelson has it. Parker fumbles the pass, picks it up, goes onto the baseline for Durande. Nelson cutting in the lane. Nice feed. Shot no good, but draws a foul on the play on Emerson Wogan.
And that cut was open because Deja Foster is in the paint. Even though she's on the weak side, she's drawing 2 defenders, which leaves a lot of extra space for her teammates.
And the free throw is no good. Oski is 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Game reset wired by Centerpoint Electric. 4:18 remaining here in the second quarter. Pella 12, Oskaloosa 9. 2 Dutch fouls in the quarter, none on the Indians. The possession arrow is with Pella. And after that free throw is good, it's now 12-10 Dutch on a game reset wired by Centerpoint Electric, where they're wired for excellence. Katie Shekel on the right wing. Now dribbles left, fires it to Avery Parks. Bounce pass, short corner. Vincent pass almost stolen, gets it to Walkup. Her shot no good. Vincent crashing in, can't grab the board, and eventually it's controlled by Durande. Oski controlling the glass for the most part. Walkup almost steals it away from Parker. Pass ahead to Nelson. Inside to Foster. Up wheeling left-hand shot no good. And Michaela Vincent called for her second foul to send Deja Foster to the line for the second time tonight.
And finally, she's here. She's only a 67% free throw shooter. So look for Pella to foul her a lot. When she does get the ball in the paint, this is like the first time, but the second time she had the offensive rebound, and this is her first
it certainly
interior
beats
basket.
Giving up a 1-foot bank shot layup, right? That one no good, and then the rebound out of bounds off Oski. So early 2 of 4 at the line for Foster. I mean, you'll trade 2 free throws for 2 layups all night long.
Yep, and with the depth of Pella, they can afford to foul her every time she puts a shot up.
3:44 to go in the first half. Pella 12, Oskaloosa 11. Dutch ball with Parks, corner 3, walk up, that's too strong. And the rebound, Shekel had a chance at it, eventually controls it, kicks it out, Parks for 3, boom! Avery Parks on the second chance bucket, and Pella has a 15-11 lead. And then a steal, Oski's 8th turnover. Dutch are pushing it with Wogan. Now Parks, Shekel into the corner. Wogan for 3. Too strong, no good. And the rebound comes out to Hannah Nelson for the Indians. Pella continuing its pressure defense. Almost got another turnover, and they do with Shekel. They're really cranking it up. And here's Shekel, drive and kick. Parks for 3 more. Too strong, no good. But Wogan for a long rebound. Into the corner, Walkup. Drives baseline, floater, good. Over Foster for 2.
Yes, that really had to have a lot of arch on it from Walkup because the 6'3" Foster was coming at her, and she floated that ball nicely up, over, and in.
On the other end, Foster misses a left-handed bunny. Thompson grabs the rebound, and Pella throws it away. And both coaches saying, let's just settle it down just a little bit.
I think Coach Forsyth is saying, let's crank it up a little bit. Let's keep this going. The pressure, once Pella misses the ball, they bring so much pressure on Oskaloosa's having a hard time handling it right now.
That last pass was just maybe 6 inches out of the reach, or Pella had another, I think it looked like a 3-on-2 opportunity if they could have connected on the pass. This is their largest lead of the game, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. The Dutch get another steal. They led 10-7 at the end of 1. Right now, it's their largest lead of the game, 17-11 Pella. In case you missed it, presented by Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarians.
Oski has the ball after a missed shot by Walkup. Cole launches a 3, no good. Rebound battled for, Foster gets it, can't finish, and then Thompson comes out of there with it for the Dutch. So they're keeping Foster away from the field goals. 3-pointer in the corner, no good, and Oskaloosa rebounds with Leah Court. Pella 17, Oski 11, under 2 minutes to go before our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. Cole to Parker, up to the top of the key, Durande. Now right side, Foster. This is that 5-out offense where Foster's 25 feet away from the basket. Cole drives, bounce pass right side to Ronde. As they try to whip a pass inside, it's tipped and picked up and stolen by Jenna Ullman. Pushes it ahead to Wogan, has long, fires it to Cameron. Bank shot, good. Pella turning defense into offense, and they have their largest lead of the night at 19-11. Just over a minute to go before halftime. And we have a Pella Motors timeout. At Pella Motors, you'll drive away happy. That's the Pella Motors guarantee. Cameron Long with her second field goal of the night. She has 5, and it's 19-11 Pella. Gives us a chance to take a look at our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. All of the other games tonight on the network are at the half. The game we're most interested in is basically over. Norwalk leads Bondurant Farrar 43-9. Newton trailing Carlisle 19-16. Indianola trailing Waukee 43-18. PCM trails Williamsburg 33-22. And our score is Pella 19, Oskaloosa 11. Fast and furious for Pella. They're using that tempo game that has worked so well for them to build an 8-point lead here near halftime.
They have the last 3 minutes are a lot more fun, right? Back and forth we go. You are going to give up a few turnovers with that, and that's part of it. But I think it really started when Katie Shekel had the offensive rebound, kicked it out to the perimeter to Avery Parks, and she hit the 3, and then it was just go, go, go. Since then, a lot of turnovers, forcing a lot of turnovers with this press, and Pella's excited. Can't wait to continue on here.
And Deja Foster, 2 points, both on free throws. She has not made a field goal yet in this game. They use Foster in the middle to break the pressure against Pella's man-to-man defense, and then Oski throws it away on the other end. Turnovers are mounting on the Indians, Joanna. That's 12 Oski turnovers, and the vast majority of them have been forced by this Pella pressure.
It is, and that's the pressure. They feel like they're in their half-court offense, but they're still amped up a little bit, and then throw it out of bounds again.
Long, Harmon, Walkup, Thompson, and Oltmann on the floor for Pella. And it's Oltmann on the left wing with a shot fake, drives, sucks the defense out, tried a bounce pass that was tipped and stolen away. That's Pella's 7th turnover. But they get right into helter-skelter defense, and Harmon fouls Cole.
Yeah, Cole did a nice job using her body. She thought she was a little out of control, turned her shoulder, and easily drew the foul.
Folks, the KNIA KRLS Home Shopping Extravaganza coming this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You can find all the details at KNIAKRLS.com. Pella 19, Oskaloosa 11, 42 seconds to go here in the first half. Indians have it with Foster. Send it left side for Hannah Nelson, now into the corner for Parker. Looking for Foster inside, and Maddie Harmon bodying her up. Cole up top has it. Fires right side to Durande, now top of the key Nelson. Drives to the right elbow, lean in, bank shot won't go. Thompson got a hand on the rebound, and it tips out to Walkup. Dutch could hold for one if they choose, with 18 seconds to go in the first half, leading 19-11. Cameron Long, deep on the left wing, 11 seconds to go in the half. Pella with an 8-point lead, right side Walkup. She backs it out, we're down to 5 seconds. Gotta go, down to 2. Harmon, jumper, too strong, no good. First half over. Pella 19, Oskaloosa 11. We've got our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show coming up on KRLS and Pella Dutch Live.
Hey Dutch fans, just dropping in quick to let you know that the KNIA KRLS Home Shopping Extravaganza is coming up February 25th through the 27th. If you've never participated before, this is a great time to start. We have over $200,000 worth of merchandise from great local businesses in Pella, Marion County, and the surrounding areas. You'll be able to buy it at 30, 40, even 50% off. Check out KNIAKRLS.com for all the details, then join us February 25th through the 27th for the Home Shopping Extravaganza, where you buy stuff at a discount.
Is pain interfering with your ability to enjoy life? At Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, we work hard to find the root of the problem so you can feel better and function better. Choose Kinetic Edge to get back to living a healthy, happy, hope-filled life. We have clinics in Newton, Colfax, Pella, Oskaloosa, Des Moines, Ames, Albia, and Centerville. Learn more about us and our services for people of all ages at kineticedgept.com or call us at any of our locations.
Hi, this is Allie, owner of Thistle's Flower Market. Make your special night unforgettable with a custom corsage or boutonniere from Thistle's Flower Market. Perfect for father-daughter dances, prom, and more. Order online at thistlesflowermarket.com. Call us at 641-628-9360 or stop by the store in downtown Pella. Thistles, where every bloom tells a story.
Did you know many popular plants that we bring into our house during the holidays can be harmful to cats?
Common plants such as poinsettia, holly, mistletoe, amaryllis, and even pine needles are harmful to cats. If your cat is vomiting, drooling, or lethargic, it could be plant poisoning. Please call Van Wyck Veterinary Clinic right away.
If you plan on having any of these plants in your house, keep them out of reach from your cats.
Protect your pet's health at Van Wyck Veterinary Clinic.
Quality, compassion, family.
Now is the perfect time to update your home's look with Element Exteriors. Let Andrew Thomason and his skilled team that specializes in decks, siding, and windows bring your vision to life with expert craftsmanship and top quality materials. Whether it's a stunning new deck, durable siding, or energy-efficient windows, they handle it all. Elevate your home's beauty and value. Call Element Exteriors today for a free quote or find them on Facebook. Element Exteriors, your dream is their expertise.
Rev up your ride with unbeatable deals at PellaMotors.com. We're dealing so you can drive away happy. Don't miss out on our incredible offers on Chevy, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram. Find your perfect ride at PellaMotors.com.
Welcome inside of our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. Pella 19, Oskaloosa 11 for tires, front end work. There are no appointment oil change and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. Trevor Castle, Joanna Settles with you. A low-scoring first half, but the Dutch lead by 8. What'd you think of those first 16 minutes?
Kind of a few different things happened, right? It was, again, a very slow start, low offensive performance from both teams, and the press really got Pella, scoring in transition, causing a lot of turnovers by Oskaloosa. They've got to do a better job of handling the ball. But the biggest surprise for all of us is that Deja Foster is on the perimeter so much and not inside. She has 2 points. The only 2 points she has are from 2 separate free throws, and so she literally has not Pella hasn't taken her out of the game. She's taken herself out of the game.
Yes.
So look for them to make that adjustment at halftime, get the ball inside to her, because currently Maddie Harmon, who's doing a great job and working hard, fronting her. Maddie's 5'5", and Deja is 6'3". I mean, Maggie Thompson is behind her at 6'1", but you should be able to lob that ball into her from anywhere and get her the ball in the paint so she can score.
Yeah, I'm not keeping a shot chart. I remember her for sure missing the 1 3-pointer. I think she's 0 for 4 or so, all off putback opportunities. I mean, they're just not focusing the offense around her like you would think they would, a 6'3". And, I mean, she's not just 6'3". She's a pretty dominating presence inside. The numbers don't lie. She is the sun of the Oskaloosa solar system offensively, but not tonight. It's like she's Pluto out there, just way away from where all the action's taking place.
She is, but it's not just her 18 points. It's her 14 rebounds. I mean, when you put her out on the perimeter, she has a much more difficult time getting that offensive rebound and scoring. So they need to do what they do best, and Pella's happy to keep her out on the perimeter and increase their shooting percentage. I thought Emma Walkup did a really nice job offensively, only a couple baskets, but fierceless in attacking the rim, even going up and over Foster to score some baskets.
All right, let's go inside the numbers delivered by Pella Fiber. We'll start with the Dutch. They're being led by Walkup. She has 6 points, 5 from Cameron Long, 3 each from Maddie Harmon and Avery Parks, and 2 from Jenna Oltman. On the Oski side, 4 points for Hannah Nelson, 3 points for Haley Parker, 2 for Naomi Cole, and 2 for Deja Foster. Oski does have the rebounding edge, 20-16, 5 each for Durande and Foster. Pella's being led by Thompson with 4 and Michaela Vincent with 3. And the turnover battle being won by Pella. Oski has 12 turnovers. Pella has 7 turnovers. Again, the score is 19-11 Dutch. Inside the numbers has been delivered by Pella Fiber, where every home gets a gig. Join today at PellaFiber.com. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll come back and take a look at our second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service, and we'll get you an update on the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard when the Central Tire and Auto radio halftime show rolls on.
In today's age of electronic marketing, studies still show that direct mail printing is the most cost-effective way to reach your targeted audience. Hi, I'm Scott Visser with Pella Printing, and let us show you how print can dramatically increase your bottom line with a targeted direct mail campaign. Pella Printing can develop a direct mail piece using your existing customer list, or we can acquire a targeted demographic list for you. This way, your marketing message will get directly into the hands of those customers that like and need your product. Pella Printing, where craftsmanship and technology meet.
Grow strong with us, Lighten State Bank, Lighten State Bank.
Could you be earning higher interest rates on your checking and savings accounts with our exclusive Lighten Rewards account? Last year, we gave over $126,000 back to our rewards customers. If you'd like to earn our best rates for things you're probably already doing, like swiping your debit card, receiving e-statements, and making payments by ACH debit, visit lightenbank.com and start your account opening today. Member FDIC.
Hey Pella, your perfect coffee break is waiting at Scooter's Coffee in Pella. Cool off with a sea salt Caramelicious, a rich mocha cold brew, or a creamy blender. Feeling guilty? Sip on a strawberry sweetheart blender or an iced blackberry velvet macchiato. Need an energy boost? Try our blackberry Red Bull infusion. Fast, friendly, and always delicious. Only at Scooter's Coffee in Pella. Scooter's Coffee. Amazing drinks, amazing people, amazingly fast. Winter's here, but your roof still needs the best. At Dutch Mill Supply, they offer top-quality CertainTeed shingles to keep your home protected all season long. Durable, reliable, and designed for winter weather, CertainTeed shingles ensure your roof stands strong against snow, ice, and wind.
Dutch Mill Supply, located in Pella, is your only locally owned, one-stop, full-service lumberyard and building material supplier. My name is Joshua Payne. My staff and I are here daily for professional service from the guy next door.
Don't miss out on your chance to save 30, 40, or even 50% on nearly $200,000 worth of merchandise from Pella, Knoxville, Marion County, even Oskaloosa, Newton, all over Central Iowa. It's the Home Shopping Extravaganza. It's this Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Check out KNIAKRLS.com for more details. I'll be on the air with Spencer Dirks, and I look forward to talking to you this week for the Home Shopping Extravaganza. Right now, you're listening to Pella High Basketball, powered by Bank Iowa on 92.1 FM, KRLS, Knoxville, Pella, Newton, and KRLS HD1, Knoxville, Pella, Newton. It's Pella 19, Oskaloosa 11, and this is our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. I'm Trevor Castle, joined alongside by Joanna Settles, and let's take a look at our second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service. We probably sound like a broken record that's just beating the horse dead in the middle of the floor, but I'm really curious to see if Oskaloosa makes any kind of a change with the way they're running their offense and what Deja Foster is doing in this second half.
Yes, in the pregame we talked, that Pella is the favorite, and that's giving her 18 points.
Right.
So she's got to get inside, and she's got to score. She's a senior. The other seniors, Gracie Durande, playing well tonight, hasn't scored, but some rebounds and taking care of the basketball. And then Hannah Nelson, another senior. Look for them to increase their intensity, as it's all or nothing.
And for Pella, I want to just see continue push the envelope, push the tempo, push the pressure of this game, and you just keep playing their game. And I think if they can do that, they've got a really good chance to hold on.
They do. I think that turnover number is key. Oskaloosa has 12 so far. I think if they, double that in the second half, then Pella comes out with a win tonight.
Our second half adjustments have been presented by DeYoung Door Service. If it's time for a new garage door for your home or business, stop and see DeYoung Door Service at 908 Roosevelt Road, just west of Pella Christian High School.
We're the gurus of garage doors, DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
And that's a wrap on our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. For tires, front end work, there are no appointment oil change and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see my man Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. Opening possession of the second half, the Dutch go with Shekel on a back cut. It draws Foster out, and then the basket good for Maggie Thompson.
Yes, Katie really wanted to take that shot, but she was happy to give an assist instead.
And Oski on the other end with Cole. Naomi Cole for two. She's got 4. So the teams trade early buckets. 21-13 Pella, just starting the second half here inside of our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on 92.1 KRLS and Pella Dutch Live on YouTube. Cameron Long for 3. Boom! Cameron rattles it in. She leads all scorers with 8, and Pella has a 24-13 lead.
Yes, good ball movement there by Pella against the 2-3 zone to find the open Long.
And Foster working the middle of that press-breaking offense, and her pass is tipped and stolen away from behind by Tauke. So an early Dutch takeaway. Shekel for 3, just off the back of the rim, no good. Katie seems kind of desperate to get in. She really wants to get in the scoring column.
It's okay to do that by giving assists, though, too, because she's a great passer.
There's a three-pointer from the corner by Oski, no good, and there's Shekel with the rebound for the Dutch. 2-on-2, Shekel straight ahead, bullies through a defender, and is called for an offensive foul. Her shot went in, but it won't count, and a turnover on the Dutch. Shekel has 2 fouls. They're both offensive fouls.
Yeah, I think she tried to switch that ball from right hand to left hand a little quicker, and she bobbled it a little bit, so hence the offensive foul.
We've got a Element Exteriors instant radio update. Norwalk 58, Bondurant Farrar 13. That is at the end of the third quarter. The winner of this game will play at Norwalk on Tuesday in a go-to-state game. Other Element Exteriors instant radio updates. Waukee burying Indianola 66-30. Jump shot on the way and good for Cole. not back to back, but she's got the only 2 Oski buckets in this quarter. And also Carlisle leads Newton 45-21. How about this one, Joanna? Carlisle's Macy Camito scored 23 points in the third quarter alone.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Just like that play by Maggie Thompson. Little drop step scoop shot around Foster, and it gets a friendly roll. So Thompson has a couple of buckets. Cole has a couple of buckets for Oski, but Pella's also got a three-pointer from Cameron Long. Free throw line jumper, Foster won't go, and Thompson knocks it out of bounds.
You can see Foster frustrated there with the miss, but she's shooting from the free throw line there. Still perplexed by having her not inside.
26-15. Pella leads by 11. Deja Foster without a field goal in this game. Here's a leaning runner by Cole, no good. Rebound to Ronde and an easy putback. Both Pella players focused on Foster for that rebound, and that left it wide open for Durande. Now a shot by Pella, no good. Hannah Nelson grabs the rebound for Oskaloosa. Push it ahead. Durande is there. Misses the shot. It was contested by Tauke. Great job flying back to make that one difficult, and then Thompson clears for Pella.
Yes, Kelsey Tauke doing a nice job fronting Foster, and there hustling back on defense to alter the shot.
We have our first high school final of the night. Waukee 80, Indianola 37 on an Element Exteriors Instant Radio update. Not much of a surprise there. That's tough for Indianola to have to go up and take on the CIML schools in Class 5A girls basketball. Another one. Their scores are just flying in at the end of the third quarter. Williamsburg 8 minutes away from the state tournament. They lead PCM 42-30. Pella leads here 26-17. 4:40 to go in the third quarter. Ball knocked into the backcourt. Wogan there to pick it up. Cole tries to rip it away, and as all that's going on, it's a shot clock violation on Pella. Turnover on the Dutch.
It is, but that's all Emerson Wogan could do to not just give it to the Indians.
Yeah, you'd rather have the shot clock violation than a run-out layup.
Yes, you don't realize that can actually be a better deal.
26-17. Pella leads by 9. 4:35 to go in the third quarter on a game reset wired by Center Point Electric. There's just been one foul in this quarter. In fact, in the game, just 7 fouls total, and they're all on Pella. Oskaloosa has not yet committed a foul in this game. That's a game reset wired by Center Point Electric, where they're wired for excellence, and unbelievably right on cue after a missed shot by Oski and an offensive rebound by Jenna Altman. Gracie Durande crashes into her and commits Oski's first foul of the game.
It was a good
What
foul.
are the odds?
Right, it was a good foul. She's going for a board.
Dutch by 9, 4:21 to go here in the third quarter, and Cameron Long will walk it up right to left. Dutch in white and green, and Oski in maroon and gray. Long right wing three. Off the front rim, short, no good. Leah Court grabs the ball, pass it off to Foster. Back, this is Durande with it. And now into the short corner, controlled by Logan Edgar. Her pass for Hannah Nelson, almost into the bench, but Nelson saves it. Nelson back to Cole, drives around Altman, back out Nelson, top of the key, Durande. Now Nelson is open, drives around Altman. Good recovery by Jenna. Foster on the high post, gets it out to Cole, drives around the defender, kick into the left corner, long jumper, no good. Vincent grabs the rebound.
It's a lot of good Pella defense right there. The shot clock goes down to 7 by the time they shot.
Travel on the Dutch. That is their 10th turnover of the game. Pella 26, Oskaloosa 17, and we have a Pella Motors timeout with 3:33 remaining in the third quarter. Bit of an urgent situation presented by Pella Regional Health Center. I mean, it's not like deadly if you're Oskaloosa, but this is a very low scoring game. It's 26-17. You're down by 9. And, you start doing the math, and it's like, we've only scored 17 through 2.5 quarters. If I'm Pella, I'm like, if we can get to 40, I feel like this game's probably over. So that's why I call it an urgent situation. Oskaloosa's got to find some offense here pretty quickly.
Well, it's not how many Pella can get to. It's this differential, right? It's only at 9. That's not very many. That's a 3-possession game, and that's concerning. So they need to widen the gap for sure and try to get a steal here on defense and crank up the intensity. Urgent situation presented by Pella Regional Health Center as that jumper is no good. Foster gets a rebound and puts it in. That's what Deja Foster can do, and that's what we've got to prevent her from doing. Folks, if you need urgent health care today, be seen today at Pella Regional's walk-in clinics in Pella, Knoxville, or Ottumwa. Visit pellahealth.org for hours and wait times. Dutch lead 26-19. Vincent, right corner, guarded by Nelson. Drives on the baseline. Foster comes over, and Vincent, as she's fouled, throws it out of bounds. And Foster commits the foul. Bit fortunate there for Pella. Vincent had made up her mind. She was passing it over to the wing, and there was nobody here. I think Nate Warner was the closest one, and he's in a Hawaiian shirt in the front row. Right, there's usually somebody in the corner there to hit that three. Yes. Because there needs to be an outlet. If you're dribbling baseline, you need an outlet. And there's Katie from the corner. Just off the mark, no good. Long flashed open, wide open under the bucket, but they didn't quite see her. Pella got Oski got the rebound with Cole, and then Pella with Parks knocks it out of bounds. 26-19 Dutch. 2:51 to go. Third quarter. We have a final score on an Element Exteriors Instant Radio update. Carlisle 60, Newton 31. Jump shot no good. Battle for the rebound is loose. Parks tried to save it from going out of bounds. She wasn't sure who it was out on. She thought that she could save it, and she was standing out of bounds as she tried to. So Oski gets it on the team rebound. Pella leads by 9, 2:37 remaining in the third quarter. Deja Foster being double teamed. Right now it's Walkup and Vincent doubling her. Parks kind of sagging off as well. Cole is open for a jumper that's no good, and there's a rebound by Avery Parks on the weak side. That's a good defensive possession there by the Pella Dutch. Pella leads by 7 with 2:16 to go in the third quarter. Vincent, guarded by Nelson, puts it on the floor, double teamed, and throws it away into the Pella bench this time. You don't want to pick up your dribble there and get double teamed. That's a tall double team there in the short corner, causing the turnover. And a whistle and a substitution. Logan Edgar checking into the game for Oskaloosa. Full court pressure. Here comes the double team by Pella. What a dribble pickup right in front of the Pella student section. Oski just able to pass out of it, and then a foul on Shekel as Nelson got bumped. Yeah, Katie didn't need to foul there and kind of encroach on her position. Pella was really close to having Nelson walled off there, but she was able to kind of wrap her body around one of the defenders and bounce pass out of it. Good play to keep the Indians' possession alive. 2 minutes to go. Third quarter, Pella 26, Oskaloosa 19. Cole lobs it inside. Nelson blocked from behind, and then Walkup fouled by Foster. Altering the Oskaloosa offense is Maggie Thompson coming up with that block. Looks like Nelson was going to have a clean look at it, and Maggie came in and knocked it away. 7-point advantage. Dutch lead, Dutch ball, right to left with Walkup. Right side, Oltman on the wing. Back to Walkup. Long was right next to her. They go to Parks instead. Thompson inside. Scoop shot, good! That's the second time that Maggie has gone to the drop step scoop shot layup, and Pella's back to a 9-point lead, 28-19 late third quarter. Now Foster at the free throw line. Drives inside, puts up a shot, no good, and going to the line. Maggie Thompson, 6 points all in this quarter. As Pella has a 9-point lead, Foster will shoot 2. She's 2 of 4 at the free throw line so far, and the first one is no good. You mentioned it early in the broadcast, you know, rather than allow her easy, close-range, point-blank shots, let's put her on the line. So far, 2 for 5.
And that's good as well.
We say get it inside to Foster for Oskaloosa. Hey, get it inside to Thompson for Pella. She's doing a great job.
6 points all in this quarter for Maggie Thompson as Pella leads by 8. Walk up, lean in, teardrop, hits the front of the rim and crawls over. And then a whistle.
She loves the floater.
I didn't see what the whistle is for. The official going over to the scorer's table. 57 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Pella 30, Oskaloosa 20. It was an immediate whistle after the basket.
So we count the
technical foul.
That was his second violation, therefore that is a technical foul. Also counts as a team foul.
It was a technical foul. I did not catch the explanation. But it was... I won't even guess. It ends up with Haley Parker at the free throw line for 2 technical shots for Oskaloosa, and she buries them both. They said it was the second violation of some such.
Maybe it was grabbing the ball, something with the ball out of the net. I mean, there's very few things it could have been.
There was no flopping, which is another thing it could have been, but that never happened.
No, those were 2 important free throws. It's an 8-point game.
Yes, and Oski was going to have the ball anyway after the make by Walkup. Now Foster has it on the low block. Turnaround shot over Thompson. No. Walkup fights for the rebound and gets it. Pushes it out to Parks. And she's able to track down the ball and slow down the offense. 35 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Thompson out to Walkup, hands it off to Parks. Bounce inside to Oltman. Thompson, long left-hand dribble. Stops on the baseline. Snap pass out to Walkup. Shot fake, drive inside, knocked away. Pass it off to Oltman. Foster there to block it from behind. Oltman was too close underneath the basket to get a clean look off. 13 seconds to go in the third quarter. Can Oski close this to maybe 5 or 6? It's Cole in the left corner. 4 seconds. Driving, shooting, missing. Rebound, loose on the floor. And that's how the third quarter ends. Right the same way the third quarter started, with Pella enjoying an 8-point lead. Dutch 30, Indians 22. Live inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
This is Dr. Tim Yoder with Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. February is National Pet Dental Month, and I'd like to encourage you to schedule an oral exam for your pet. All of our dental services are discounted during the month of February, including cleaning of the teeth, polishing of the teeth, and dental surgery where needed. Call today to schedule your pet's oral checkup at 628-4040 for Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella, where your pet's good health is our #1 concern.
Still the veterinarians.
Yes, we are. We're the veterinarians.
They take care of pets because they love them.
Did you know that the Knoxville Hospital and Clinics offers a wide range of surgical services from appendectomies and gallbladder removal to breast biopsies and diagnostic scopes? When you need a surgical procedure, put your health in the skilled hands of General Surgeon Dr. Timothy Mayfield at the Knoxville Hospital and Clinics. Trained in the latest surgical techniques, our experienced surgical staff are dedicated and committed to delivering exceptional care close to home. For more information about the surgical services at Knoxville Hospital and Clinics, please talk to your provider or call 641-842-1555.
Welcome back inside of the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Pella leads 30-22 as we go to the fourth quarter of action. Regional championship berth is on the line. And a three-pointer for Haley Parker is good. Those 2 technical free throws and now a three-pointer has cut a 10-point Pella lead down to just 5. Thompson inside, kicks it out to Katie Shekel.
Oskaloosa stays in that 2-3 zone here the whole game. Quite a bit of pressure up top, looking to double in the short corner.
Thompson now to the top of the key. Shekel will fire. Three-pointer no good. Nelson controls the board for Oskaloosa. Pella an immediate double team. She passes out of it to Parker. Oski can cut this to a 2 or a 3-point game. Step in, jumper, no good, but a weak side rebound is there for Durande. She's got 8 on the game. Parker for 3 is on fire. She has got 8 of her 11 points in the last 2 minutes of game action, and all of a sudden it is a 30-28 lead. The Dutch have just a 2-point advantage, and Blaine Forsythe calls a Pella Motors timeout.
Yes, Oskaloosa has really been quiet all night. This is the first time that their fans have really stood up and gotten excited. But even we'll watch that play right there, an assist by Durande after the rebound, and that's a big three-pointer that puts the Indians only down by 2.
This was a 10-point game when Pella made a walk-up bucket, and as that basket was made, there was a technical foul called on Pella. Haley Parker hit the 2 free throws, now a couple of three-pointers, and it's just a 2-point game, 30-28. Hey, while we have a moment, let's take a fresh look at the tournament trail presented by Culver's. We've known for about an hour, but now we officially know the winner of this game is at Norwalk on Tuesday night. Norwalk has beaten Bondurant Farrar 72-21. Norwalk is 21-1 on the season. They will be a very, very formidable foe for whoever survives this game.
They will. That was not much of a competition for them. What a season they're having.
That's a fresh look at the tournament trail presented by Culver's and Pella, where you'll always get your food made fresh when you order, because they make fresh food, not just fast food. Pella with a 2-point lead. Oski in the midst of an 8-0 run. Three-pointer in the left corner. Shekel finally on the board, and Pella's lead is 33-28. Huge three-point basket for Shekel. That stems the Oskaloosa run. On the other end, Cole's jumper won't go, and it's cleared out of there by Jenna Oldman. Pella looking to get a little bit of momentum back on their side, up by 5 with 6:20 to go in the game. Oltmann, she was open inside, but Thompson's pass sniped by Foster.
Yes, you have to have a bounce pass to try to get around Foster.
One of the reasons for this Oski run, they've had shots go up. Only 1 turnover in this second half, and there's another 3. Hannah Nelson connects. That is the 3rd three-pointer of the quarter. Oski had just 2 in the game prior to that.
Yes, now Hannah Nelson, she was wide open on that shot. They have to identify her.
Long's answer rims in and out. That was halfway down, but Shekel gives Pella another chance, and then an offensive foul on Shekel as Nelson steals it away. And that is 4 personal fouls on Katie Shekel. Yeah, so the technical foul was a delay of game, we're getting word. And so, yes, when the ball goes through the basket, the offensive player is not allowed to touch it. That is a delay of game. That was the second on Pella, and that cost them 2 critical points in what is a 2-point game. Foster has it, trying to back down, kicks it out to Nelson. Now they refeed Foster, turnaround shot good, and we are tied at 33.
Yes, that's what I thought they'd be doing the entire game, and really, here late is the first time we're doing it, and here's another steal by
Parker
Oskaloosa.
against Long, and Long with the body, a foul. She got a lot of ball as Parker went up for that layup attempt, but Long a little bit out of position, called with the foul, and Haley Parker has a chance to give Oskaloosa their first lead since the first quarter. In case you missed it, presented by Tri-County Veterinary Clinic, the Dutch led 10-7 at the end of 1, 19-11 at the half, 30-22 at the end of 3. And right now, Oskaloosa has a 34-33 lead. In case you missed it, presented by Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarian.
1 more free throw coming for Haley Parker. She has 12 points, and that's short, no good. And Maggie Thompson collects for the Dutch.
Yes, a big rebound by Thompson.
34-33. Pella down by 1. Here's Avery Parks, spin move on Cole. Pass into the corner for Harmon. Drives into a double team, lost the ball. Maybe could have been a double dribble, but she threw it away, and it's stolen away.
Yeah, she was triple teamed. That's a tough position to be in, and she turns the ball over.
Pella has 8 turnovers in this second half. Oski only has 1. That is a big reason for the Indians' resurgence, and they lead 34-33.
Yeah, Oskaloosa slows down their offense to try to get Deja Foster inside.
There's an offensive foul on Cole. Oh, and she's got to be careful. That was almost, she kind of slammed the floor right in front of the official. Really can't do that in high school basketball.
I think the official had turned his back and didn't see it.
Just the second turnover on the Indians in this second half. Dutch down by 1. Great atmosphere here tonight for postseason tournament basketball. Thompson inside, pass out to Long. Now to Walk up, top of the key, trying to drive around Cole, and a riding foul called on Naomi Cole, her second, team second. 4:17 to go in the ball game. Pella trailing Oskaloosa 34-33. Dutch have it with Long. That foul reset the shot clock. She hands it off to Parks. Couple of defenders there and pass it out to Walkup. Emma's got 8 points for the Dutch. Thompson inside, lost it out of bounds. Foster defensively was there just enough to force Maggie off balance, and she turns it over.
Yeah, she just lost it. It was clean.
Walkup leads Pella with 8, tied with Cameron Long for the team high. 6 for Thompson and 3 each for Harmon and Parks. Here's a pass. Nelson, it's tipped away. Loose ball. There's a collision between Long and Durande, and Durande called with the foul. She was sure that that was on Cameron Long, and it's Pella ball on the Oski foul. I think there's a lot of surprised people in this gym the way that arrow got pointed.
I'd say that was a late whistle because the next play had already, the next collision had already happened before they had called it on Foster. That's why there was confusion. Pella on offense again here, needing to get a good look offensively and score.
Oh, there's a bad pass by Walkup, stolen away by Cole, and then Long defensively. Cole has to stop, let Long sail by, and then Walkup fouls her from behind. The turnovers are becoming a real problem for Pella. Joanna, that's 6 in this quarter on the Dutch.
And that's in the half court. This isn't a full court, I don't know. They're just rushing a little bit. It's a lot of pressure when you're down by 1, right? It's a tighter game.
Season's on the line.
Tighter.
First free throw, no good. We do have a final score on an Element Exteriors Instant Radio update. Williamsburg is going to the Class 3A state tournament. They knock off PCM 57-43.
That is so excited for. I'm so excited for Williamsburg. I coach one of the players, Kylie Sir, on club volleyball, and Stephanie Rich. Dacey is the coach for them. Williamsburg has never made it to the state tournament. She won 3 state tournaments for Washington, and her brother Perry Rich. I went to school with him and his wife when we were at College. Perry got brain cancer a couple years ago and passed away. And their oldest child, Carly Rich, is the leading scorer on this Williamsburg team. So super sentimental, super amazing. They're playing for something bigger than basketball. So Carly plays for her aunt Steph on this team. So I can't be more excited for Williamsburg to be able to make it to the state tournament.
So I wasn't aware of any of that. I actually had the pleasure of calling Stephanie Rich and Washington State Championship runs back in 1999, 2000, and 2001. They won 3 in a row.
Yes.
Our sister station, KCII Radio in Washington, the home of the Demons. Here's Cameron Long. That three-pointer is short and an air ball out of bounds. 35-33, Oskaloosa leads by 2. Pella has been stuck on 33 for quite some time since that Katie Shekel three-pointer early in this fourth quarter.
Yes, and this is the most fire that I've seen Foster play with. She really does want the ball inside. She's clapping, getting her team fired up. This is going to be an intense couple minutes here, the last 3 as we go down to the wire.
It is crunch time here in Pella. 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Oskaloosa leads 35-33. Haley Parker for 3. Oh, my. That is her third three-pointer of the quarter. She has 10 points in this quarter, and Oskaloosa has its largest lead of the game, 38-33. And on the other end, Maggie Thompson, basket and a foul, and a chance to answer with the three-point play the old school way.
Let's just shout out the Avery Parks assist, falling out of bounds, as you saw in the replay, to make the nice bounce pass, which is easy to handle for the big inside, and she finds herself at the line. This and 3 is important.
Free throw is no good. That is Pella's first free throw of the night, and it was no good. And Oski on the other end misses a layup, and on a loose ball rebound attempt, Durande is fouled by Walkup.
Not sure how Durande missed that one. She needed to get that up quicker because she got out, and Pella's got to do a better job. They can't let her loose. She cannot be the first one down to the other end, so Pella has to release someone to get back on defense.
2:31 to go in the ball game. Oski with a 3-point lead, 38-35. It has been the hot hand of Haley Parker. Here's a jumper on the left side that's no good, and Katie Shekel all alone on the weak side for her 5th board. Pella down by just 3. Still plenty of time left in this game. And now Walkup has it on the right wing. Pella right to left in white and green. Walkup spin dribble into a triple team. Lobs a pass for Thompson. It's stolen away by Foster. Another Dutch turnover. And Oski trying to get out and run, and now they'll slow it down in the half court with Durande.
Yes, every time that Pella has picked up their dribble in that short corner, they've been double and triple teamed, and it's caused a turnover. They have to stay away from there offensively.
Oskaloosa working it around the perimeter, burning clock. Nelson step back, long jumper, no good. Oltmann there for the rebound, an immediate double team. She's able to pass her way out of it. Now Walkup for Pella. Brings it up the floor, gives it to Shekel. Now long, knocked out of her hands by Parker. 1:30 to go in the ball game. Pella trails 38-35. It's an urgent situation presented by Pella Regional Health Center. Thompson, kick out. Walkup for 3 and a tie. Boom! Emma Walkup for 3. 38-38. 1:14 to go. Tonight's Raise the Roof moment of the game brought to you by Randall Roofing. Emma Walkup, a huge three-pointer. That's a name that Pella fans were barely even familiar with at the beginning of the season. Now she's playing some of the biggest minutes of the year and maybe Pella's biggest shot of the year.
She is. Pella was in that 4-out offense. They had Maggie Thompson inside, working that inside-out game. It went into her at the high post and then out to Walkup. She has a beautiful shot. She has tons of arch on her ball. She has a great follow-through. I would say she and Katie Shekel have the most purest shot on offense, which is why Walkup has such great percentage. She's a great shooter. You want the ball in her hands.
Tonight's Raise the Roof moment of the game brought to you by Randall Roofing. When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. Tied at 38 with 1:14 to go. We give you a game reset wired by Center Point Electric. Inbounds pass is tipped, and then Cameron Long gets belted down, and free throws coming. Each team had 4 fouls, each team in the bonus, and this will be free throws for Cameron Long as Gracie Durande picks up her 3rd. The possession arrow also with Pella on a game reset wired by Center Point Electric, where they're wired for excellence.
Well, they tried to pass to midcourt to Foster, and they were short. You can't be short. You can be long all day, but you don't want to be short. That's a big free throw.
When you can be Cameron Long and make the first free throw as Pella reclaims a 39-38 lead. Both these teams fighting for their seasons tonight. Winner plays Norwalk, loser is done. Long makes both. Pella scored 5 in a row, and they lead 40-38. And now some pressure. Both teams in the bonus for the rest of the way. Haley Parker scored 10 in the quarter for Oskaloosa, has it knocked out of her hands by Long. Long, Walkup, Talkie, Thompson, and Oltmann on the floor in white and green. Parker, Durande, Cole, Foster, and Nelson in maroon and gray. It's Parker in the left corner, guarded by Walkup. Cross court to Cole. Up top, Durande. Left side, Parker again. Post up. Here's Foster, backing her way down, passing it inside to Nelson. Poked away by Oltmann, but she saves it into to Foster rather. Kick out to Cole, out of her hands and out of bounds. Turnover, Oskaloosa, only their 3rd of this 4th quarter.
It was a little too low, a little too hard of a pass from Foster to the corner.
42 seconds to go. This is interesting strategy right here, Joanna. If you're Oskaloosa, do you foul or do you play defense hope you get a stop, and then you have 10 seconds or so to try to tie or win the game.
I don't
Looks
think
like they're playing straight up.
Yep.
30 seconds to go. There's a 7-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And Blaine Forsyth wants them to use every bit of it. Cameron Long out in the half-court circle, right to left for Pella in white and green. Now Altman has it, asking for help, hands it off to Walkup. 8 to shoot. Walkup, 5 to shoot.
Yep,
drives on Cole. Walkup, step through. Oh, and she travels. Travel called on Walkup.
They waited too long to go because you have to be able to shoot and get an offensive rebound and score again. So I don't know why they waited so long.
In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. Oskaloosa led 38-35 with a minute and a half to go. Emma Walkup's three-pointer and Cameron Long's 2 free throws have given Pella a 40-38 lead with 7.6 seconds remaining. In case you missed it, presented by Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarians.
And now a Pella Motors timeout is called by Oskaloosa at Pella Motors. You'll drive away happy. That's the Pella Motors guarantee. Let's check the Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. All of the other games are final. The winner of this game will play Norwalk. They beat Bondurant Farrar 72-21. Indianola fell to Waukee 80-37. Newton fell to Carlisle 60-31. And PCM lost to Williamsburg. The Raiders are going to state 57-43 is a final score. Earlier today in college basketball, the Central women lost to Luther 65-48. They'll play at Simpson Tuesday in the American Rivers Conference Tournament. And the Central men beat Luther 78-69. They'll host Coe on Tuesday in the American Rivers Conference Tournament.
Well, we've said it the whole game. Get the ball inside to Foster. Go inside. You need 2 points.
There's a pass that's tipped out of bounds by Pella.
That was close.
It'll stay with Oski. The Dutch don't think they tipped it. 7.2 seconds remaining at another Pella Motors timeout by Oskaloosa. This one is a full timeout. We'll keep it here. So 7.2 seconds remaining. The Indians will be inbounding on the plus side of the court. What are you thinking here? Are you trying to draw something up for the hot hand and Parker to win the game? You're trying to get it inside to Foster and force overtime? Or are you looking for some kind of a combo play and give your players some options?
You have to have options for sure. You want to get inside to Foster first. They're going to double, maybe even triple team her. So if she's not open, then look for one of the other players to, you'll need to score 2, right? Depending on what's open. So there's so much attention there, you know. Parker's been so hot.
Yes.
She could be open from the perimeter and she'll take it for 3. So Pella needs to definitely match up and see where she is on the court.
And then the other player to worry about is Cole, the inbounder, because she's kind of the mid-range game for Oskaloosa.
She is.
Let's see what the Dutch do defensively and how does Oskaloosa attack on offense. 7.2 seconds to go here in this Class 4A Girls Regional Final. Oski trails Pella 40-38. It's Cole on the inbounds, gets the return handoff, turnaround bank shot, no good. Rebound, Walkup, and Pella survives. Pella 40, Oskaloosa 38. They chose to go with Cole on that running mid-range shot. It was guarded well by Walkup, which forced Cole. She didn't want to pass it back and risk the clock expiring, so it really forced a tough off-balance shot, and she couldn't get it to go. And Deja Foster standing right on the 10-foot volleyball line. Never got a chance late in the game.
Didn't even crash inside and stayed behind the perimeter, which was the thing that perplexed us this entire time. But shout out to her for an incredible career at Oskaloosa this volleyball season and basketball season. She's an amazing athlete, as well as seniors Gracie Durande and Hannah Nelson. Congratulations to them on a great basketball season.
40-38 is our final score. Pella survives and advances to the regional final Tuesday night against Norwalk. We will have our Ulrich Ford Lincoln Radio postgame show coming up here in just a couple of minutes on 92.1 KRLS and Pella Dutch Live.
Hi, I'm Mike Modlin, Collision Center Manager at Ulrich Ford Lincoln in Pella. Whether it's hitting a deer, an unfortunate run-in with another driver, a rock chip to the windshield, or any other of a number of inconveniences, stuff happens. We have a team of skilled technicians for paint, body, and glass, so that when that stuff happens to you, we can restore your vehicle to its former glory, keeping you safe and getting you back on the road. The Collision Center at Ulrich Ford Lincoln in Pella is one more way that we are taking care of you.
Hey, sports fans, I want to tell you why my family and I love using Delivery.com. First off, we're supporting local Pella restaurants. I don't have time to name all of them, but there's a ton of choices, and it's a great way to eat local from the comfort of our own home. Plus, Delivery.com sends us regular emails with special savings, and there's a reward program built right in to help us save even more. It's so nice to have a delivery service right here in Pella, so if you haven't tried it out, give it a shot. Support local restaurants and enjoy great food right at your home or office by using Delivery.com.
Vanderlinden Services is your trusted family-owned plumbing and HVAC business. I'm Austin Vanderlinden. Our team has years of experience and commitment to treating every customer like family, and our trusted technicians take pride in their work. Plus, we offer the best in York HVAC residential and commercial systems. Call me today for reliable, friendly service that you can trust. Vanderlinden Services, the best for the job.
The window of opportunity in farming is short. When it's time to be in the field, you have to know your equipment is ready to perform. With the Case IH Uptime Inspection from Titan Machinery, you'll be confident that your equipment is ready for the season. Our certified Case IH technicians perform rigorous multi-point inspections on your equipment to catch problems before they cause you to lose valuable time during the season. Don't take a chance. Your equipment needs to perform at its peak all year long. Contact Pella Titan Machinery today and schedule an uptime inspection. That's Titan Machinery.
Welcome inside of the Ulrich Ford Lincoln Radio postgame show here on 92.1 KRLS and Pella Dutch Live. Pella beats Oskaloosa 40-38. Ulrich Ford Lincoln and Pella taking care of you since 1935. This was a 19-11 game, low-scoring game at the half in favor of Pella. They led 30-22 early at the end of the third quarter, and they had a 33-30 lead at one point in the fourth before Oski ripped off an 8-0 run, and then Pella scored the last 5 points of the game. The big play, our McCall monumental play of the game at 38-35 Oski. Emma Walkup with a three-pointer with a minute and change to go to tie the game. The ensuing Oski possession, they turned over the inbounds pass. Cameron Long gets fouled on the play, makes both free throws, and then neither team scores in the final minute as Pella wins 40-38. It wasn't easy for Pella, Joanna, but they get the job done in the end. What'd you think about this one?
It was tighter than Coach Forsyth was hoping, but, Oskaloosa was just lingering around the whole game. There was never a big spread, and really in the fourth quarter, it was 10-16 that Oskaloosa won in points in the fourth quarter. So they really did come alive, but that Emma Walkup three-pointer was so key, and the assist there was by Maggie Thompson, and that is really what won Pella the matchup tonight.
Yeah, and Walkup also our player of the game. She scored 11 points. It was the three that tied the game late, but she was very aggressive in the first half, attacking the basket and got some tough shots to go around the rim. Again, she leads Pella with 11 points and is our player of the game.
Yes, she has an inside and out game, right? She makes the three-pointers. She went right to Foster, which not most people want to do that or could do that. Even Thompson, who scored on her, was going around her. Not Walkup. She went right at her and just used her body wisely to keep the ball on the other side, or go up and over and use a floater with a lot of arch. And with her great shot, she was able to do that and connect.
All right, that's our McCall Monument Radio monumental play and player of the game. When it's time to memorialize your loved one or pre-plan your own memorial, trust the area's leading monument designer and installer, McCall Monument, on Old Highway 163 West in Pella. Final score, Pella 40, Oskaloosa 38. Tonight's final stats are presented by the Verduff Agency. Let's start first with Pella. Walk up with 11. Cameron Long scored 10. 8 points for Maggie Thompson, and then 3 points each for Maddie Harmon, Avery Parks, and Katie Shekel. On the Oskaloosa side, they got 15 from Haley Parker, including 10 in the fourth quarter. Had they won, it would have been because of the hot shooting of Parker, but it was for naught tonight. 7 each for Naomi Cole, Hannah Nelson, and Deja Foster. 2 points for Gracie Durande. Oski wins the rebounding battle 34-27, and they end up winning the turnover battle. Dutch with 19 turnovers, including 12 in the second half and 8 in the fourth quarter, but they have just enough in the end to win the game 40-38. Tonight's final stats presented by the Verduff Agency. Let Chad, Lance, or Larry examine your stats and customize an insurance plan for you. The Verduff Agency, providing complete courteous service to the Pella area for nearly 100 years. I do want to highlight one other play in this game, had it not been for Walkup's 3, but a big play in the second quarter as Pella was, neither team was getting much going offensively, but Katie Shekel hit the ground to get an offensive rebound that Pella really didn't look like they had any business getting. Kicked it out, and Avery Parks made a three-pointer. That was a big part of why Pella was able to build that 8-point halftime lead and have enough of a cushion when Oski made their run in the fourth quarter that Pella was able to keep it close. So, Katie didn't have her best night coming back from injury, but she made one big play there, and she made a three-pointer in the fourth quarter as well. But I thought that was a big play that gave Pella maybe a little early spark as they built that second quarter lead.
It did, and confidence going into halftime is key.
Again, final score, Pella 40 and Oskaloosa 38. So let's take a look at the road ahead, presented by Integrity Comfort Solutions here inside of our Ulrich Ford Lincoln Radio postgame show. Let's keep it here with the girls first. They've got a matchup with Norwalk coming up on Tuesday night. That game will be right here on 92.1 KRLS. Norwalk, a 72-21 win over Bondurant Farrar. They handled Pella fairly easily both times during the regular season. They're 21-1 this year. They have the player that led Iowa in scoring last year in Bailey Birmingham as a junior. Her sister passed her this year. Braylon Birmingham leads the state in scoring as a freshman this year. We'll talk with Blaine Forsyth about it in a moment, but Pella's going to have their hands full against Norwalk on Tuesday.
They are, and those sisters, yes. And you do look at the only team that beat them, and that's DCG. So
yes.
What can you glean from that experience to try to use to Pella's advantage?
Joanna, thanks so much for joining me tonight. I've had a pleasure. We'll talk with Blaine Forsyth here in just a moment. Pella again against Norwalk. 7 o'clock start at Norwalk. We'll have pregame coverage at 6:30 on Tuesday night on 92.1 KRLS. On the road ahead, presented by Integrity Comfort Solutions. Integrity Comfort Solutions has added service to their roster. So if your home has a plumbing, heating, or cooling emergency, get comfortable with Integrity Comfort Solutions. What are we looking for, Coach? We can do it live on the air here. 40-38 is our final. We're just going to keep it here with Blaine Forsyth, head coach of the Pella Dutch. They win by 2. What are we looking for, Coach?
I'm just looking at some stats.
All right, got it. Yeah, well, they're not pretty in a lot of ways, but now they shut the scoreboard down. I was going to say there's only one that matters.
That's
Pella
right.
40,
right. I was
Oski
making
38.
sure you had that as well.
Yes. Well, you got out-rebounded. You turned it over way too many times, but at the end, you win the game by 2 points. What are you thinking right now, Coach?
Yeah, super proud of our girls. We knew it was going to be tough. Oski's a well-coached team. Coach Cunningham does a great job over there. He's always had a great game plan for us, and we thought we knew what we were going to get defensively. I think where they've done a great job is with our press breaker, putting Deja there in the middle. We weren't quite ready for that. We were able to adjust throughout the game, but just really proud about the grit and the way that our girls finished the game. Being down 38-33 and then going on that 7-0 run to end the game was huge. So can't speak volumes of our girls. They executed down the stretch and did just enough to come away with a victory.
We'll talk about the end in a moment, but were you surprised at all early in the game about what Oski did offensively? 5 out a lot of the time, and they've got one of the best post players in the state in Foster, and appeared content to sit her 20 feet away from the basket.
Yeah, we've seen that the last couple of weeks, and just with people doubling Foster a lot, they're just trying some different things. To different ways to get her down into the post or create driving lanes. So we're proud of the way that our girls executed on the defensive end, and even when things looked a little bit different, we were able to contain her for the most part. She got a couple putbacks here and there, but to hold a player like her to 7 points is incredible, and I think probably 3 or 4 of them were from the line. So great job by our girls on Foster and defending her at a high level. 3
free throws, 2 field goals is all, and only 8 rebounds. A lot of people, it's like 8 rebounds. That's a pretty good game. But 7, a single, for Deja Foster. Yeah, yeoman's work there against her. But yet late in the game, you'd think 7 points, 8 boards, maybe you're in control of this thing. But Haley Parker's going nuts from the 3-point line, scored 10 points in the fourth quarter, 15 points in the game. What are you thinking as you're watching her just rain in threes and give Oski a chance?
Yeah, we know Haley's a great shooter. She showed that the last 2 years, and her percentage is only 21% on the year, but she's one we know we have to figure out where she's at, making sure that we're getting a hand up. And credit to her for knocking down a couple big threes there in the fourth quarter. She did it at their place as well, and we just got caught in our rotation a little bit in the defense that we were playing and gave her some open looks, and she got some confidence and knocked them down.
Talking with Blaine Forsyth, Pella beats Oskaloosa 40-38 in this girls basketball regional semifinal. I talked to you for a couple of minutes before the game, and one of the things we chatted about was some of the injuries late in the season gave a few players a chance to get increased minutes, and one of those was Emma Walkup. And you're down 38-35 with about 1 minute and 20 seconds to go in the game, and you find her open on the right wing for 3, and she buries the biggest shot of her life and probably the biggest shot of your season so far. What do you think about what she was able to do there in that moment?
Yeah, incredible shot by Emma, and she's grown so much this season. She's an extremely talented player, and getting her to play in that role, and she's gonna create a lot of shots, and some of them are contested, and she's also gonna create some shots for herself that just not a lot of girls can do. And to see her in double digits again, I think this is 4 out of the last 5 games that she's in double figures. So she continues to come up big for us, and just proud of the way that she continues to grow as a player. She's only a sophomore, which is crazy, hitting those big shots for us. So super proud of Emma, and I know that she's only going to continue to get better as she's with us throughout her career.
And then with 7 seconds to go, Oski, what they ended up with is Cole driving to the basket, and it's Walkup on her defensively. Terrific footwork and positioning to prevent, Cole likes that mid-range, kind of the float game, and she forced her to a tough turnaround, kind of off-balance shot that went off the mark. So not only doing it on the offensive end, but winning the game for you defensively.
Yeah, she can be a scrappy defender. She's always up for a challenge, and credit to her too. One of her jobs was to be in front of Foster, and that's really where she practiced the majority of the week. We felt Kelsey did really well throughout the game doing that, so we put Kelsey in to go front Deja, so this slid Emma into our triangle, and for her to be able to do that just says a lot about her basketball IQ. She's a competitor. She wasn't going to let that one go in.
Final score, Pella 40, Oskaloosa 38. A fun atmosphere. 2 schools that have had some battles against each other in a number of sports throughout the years, and Pella comes out on top by 2, and that earns you the prize of going to Norwalk on Tuesday night to take on the 21-1 Warriors. They beat Bondurant Farrar tonight 72-21. They have 2 of the best players in the state of Iowa. What are you going to draw up on Tuesday night, Coach?
Yeah, we're really excited for the opportunity. It's, just like this one, it's tough to beat a team 3 times. So we're excited to, put the finishing touches on the game plan for Norwalk. Continue to mix it up on defense, make things challenging for them. From the first game that we played into the second, we've gotten a lot better, and we're a lot better team than we were in the beginning of the season to we are now. So excited for that opportunity. That it's going to be a great environment, and excited for our girls to have the opportunity to play, in a really big game against a really good team. But I know our girls are going to come out and play confident and ready to play.
Andrew will be there on Tuesday for the call. What has to go right for you and him to be talking in this same post-game interview about going to the state tournament?
Yeah, we're going to have to get after it on the defensive end. We're not going to score them, hold them scoreless. So just making it challenging, make sure we're contesting shots, but ultimately valuing the basketball on the offensive end. And that's a huge area that we made growth in from the first time that we played them, but playing to our strengths. Don't try to be somebody that you're not on either offense or defense. Play to our strengths. strengths and just making sure that we're going out there and having a lot of fun.
Yeah, have fun. Good luck, Coach, and congrats on this one.
Thanks, Trevor. Appreciate it.
Blaine Forsyth, head coach of the Pella High girls basketball team, following a 40-38 Pella win over Oskaloosa. We'll take one final timeout here inside of our Ulrich Ford Lincoln Radio postgame show, and I'll wrap things up right after this here on KRLS and Pella Dutch Live.
Are you living with a wound that just won't heal? You don't have to. At Pella Regional Wound Care and Hyperbaric Medicine Center, we specialize in personalized treatment plans to heal wounds that haven't responded to other treatments. With proven technologies and expert care, we can help heal wounds that have been lingering for 30 days or more, especially if you have increased pain, redness, or swelling. Take the first step toward healing. Call 641-628-6615 to schedule your appointment. Pella Regional, come heal with us.
Gordon & Associates Ltd. has offices in Oskaloosa and Creston, and they serve clients throughout most of Iowa. With more than 70 years of service and a growing staff of highly qualified employees, they provide clients with assistance in water treatment and distribution, wastewater collection and treatment, street construction and renovation, stormwater management, and residential, commercial, and industrial developments, in addition to a variety of specialty projects. Today, Gordon & Associates Ltd. continues to grow and prosper, building upon the solid foundation of its predecessors. Give Gordon & Associates a call today at 641-672-2526.
Welcome back inside of the Ulrich Ford Lincoln Radio postgame show. Pella 40, Oskaloosa 38, and the girls are on to the regional championship. Now let's talk a little boys basketball as we look again at the road ahead, presented by Integrity Comfort Solutions. Pella will be at home on Monday night. For those of you watching on Pella Dutch Live, you can see the bracket for Class 3A Substate 7. They play Des Moines Hoover. I'll be here for the play-by-play. We'll have a 6:30 Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show, 7 o'clock for the opening tip. Pella against Des Moines Hoover. The winner of that will play either Newton or Boone next Thursday, and then the Substate Championship game is on Monday, March 3rd. If the bracket holds, Pella will be at ADM. New rule this year in Class 3A and 4A, the Substate games are at home locations at the highest seeded team. So again, if chalk holds, Pella would be at ADM. If Pella can make it through and either Clark or Grinnell or Centerville finds a way to upset ADM, the Dutch would host all the way through. And so that's a look at the road ahead on the boys' side, presented by Integrity Comfort Solutions. Pella boys at home on Monday against Des Moines Hoover. Pella girls playing for a chance to go to the state tournament Tuesday night at Norwalk on the road ahead, presented by Integrity Comfort Solutions. As we go in closing, presented by Lighton State Bank, a quick recap of how things finished here. Pella led 30-22 at the end of the third quarter, but then found themselves down 38-33 as Oskaloosa went on a 16-3 run, including 3 3-pointers by Haley Parker. But Pella was able to close with an Emma Walkup three-pointer to tie it at 38, and then a couple of Cameron Long free throws won the game. The only 2 made free throws for Pella, the last 2 points of the game, and they win it 40-38. Oskaloosa's season finishes at 11-12. Pella is now 16-8, and they play Norwalk Tuesday night for a trip to the state tournament. In closing has been presented by Lighton State Bank. Grow strong with us. Thanks for listening to the Ulrich Ford Lincoln Radio postgame show. Ulrich Ford Lincoln and Pella taking care of you since 1935. Our other final scores tonight: Waukee over Indianola 80-37. Norwalk beat Bondurant Farrar 72-21. Carlisle over Newton 60-31. Williamsburg beat PCM 57-43. The Central women lost to Luther 65-58. And the Central men beat Luther 78-69. Our final score: Pella 40, Oskaloosa 38. Thanks for listening to Dutch Basketball, powered by Bank Iowa, on the one to count on for today's local sports coverage and the home of the Dutch, 92.1 KRLS and Pella Dutch Live.